Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Lone Wolf Paintball. Lone Wolf Paintball is an online supplier that has been around for a very long time. They've actually been Michigan's premier paintball field and supplier since 1987. Now expanding into the online retail store, they are really trying to do their best to supply everything you need to the paintball community. They have it all. You can head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. If you want Field 1, HK, GI, Dye, it doesn't matter. They got it. You can surf the website. You can check it out. They have what you need, guaranteed. And they also boast excellent customer service and same-day shipping. That's pretty badass. You could go to the website, order something, and it's going to be sent out that day. That's fantastic. That's amazing customer service. So again, guys, if you would like, you could head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. You could also check them out on YouTube and Instagram. Their Instagram is Lone Wolf PB, and their YouTube is Lone Wolf Paintball. And you can see and keep up to date with all their latest deals, their sales, their content. It's a lot of really fun stuff. Play the Game Podcast is excited to have them on board, and you guys should head over and become part of the community. All right. This episode is brought to you by Transfuse. Transfuse is the only all-natural electrolyte drink that you guys need to have in your cabinets. We love this stuff. We've been using this for an entire season now. This stuff is amazing. I feel great when I drink Transfuse. I drink it every single day. I don't go a day without putting a packet of Transfuse in my water. It's very easy, very portable, easy to travel with, and delicious to drink, which means that you're going to love drinking it and you're going to drink more of it, which is going to be incredibly beneficial to your health. Has magnesium, potassium, sodium, which are all amazing for proper hydration. It has zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B, and choline. These things are incredible cognitive enhancers and immune boosting formulas that you don't want to miss out on, especially in times like this. I'm telling you, I drink Transfuse every single day. I love it. Tyler does as well. Anybody who has tried it has been just pouring with great feedback back to us. There's a reason that they're at all the NXL events, and a lot of the top teams and top professionals are using this product. Do not walk around dehydrated. I never realized how dehydrated I was, even when I was drinking all sorts of water. It's not enough. You need the proper nutrition. You need the right ingredients. Transfuse has done a great job of curating the perfect formula. Transfuse is absolutely spectacular, and for all of our listeners, there is a special deal for any Play the Game listener. If you head over to translabs.com, that's translabs.com, and use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you will get 10% off. If you subscribe, which means they auto ship you your package every single month, whatever you want, whatever type, whatever flavor, whatever electrolyte formula you desire, they will give you an additional 11% off. So it becomes a 21% discount exclusively for all Play the Game listeners. Huge, huge shout out. And we are incredibly thankful for our supporters. And if you guys would like to go support them, it's translabs.com. Use code Play the Game. We are brought to you by Heal Brand. Heal Brand is the best CBD company that we have ever come across. I've been taking CBD products for years now, and I absolutely love it. But Heal Brand has taken my CBD consumption level to the next tier. This stuff is really the luxurious, high-quality, best brand that you're going to come across. Their whole claim to fame is the nanotechnology. It's the real deal. The claim is that through their nanotechnology, the CBD can actually break through the cellular wall and get into the bloodstream much faster and more efficiently. So you need less to do more. Often CBD products, you'll need to take it for a couple weeks before you really start noticing all of the benefits. With this stuff, as soon as you take it, you notice it right away. Within 15, 20 minutes, you're feeling the benefits of CBD. CBD is great for inflammation, anxiety, sleeping, all sorts of different stuff. CBD is really exploding on the scene because it has such a wide variety of benefits. I personally love to use CBD before I go to bed so I can get a full, well-rested night of sleep. Sleep is so crucial. It's so important. If you want to recover well, if you want to fight off depression and anxiety and those unwanted emotions, proper sleep is where you need to start. CBD products really help me do that, and Heal Brand CBD has a wide variety of options of different products, different formulas. It is all natural. It's amazing. This stuff is fantastic. You guys can head over to healbrand.com, check them out, and there is an exclusive offer to all of our PTG listeners. If you use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you'll get 10% off. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by our favorite tax guy, David Roque. It's that time of the year. It's tax season. Tax season is incredibly daunting. It's intimidating. It's the time of the year that you really need somebody on your side that understands how to get you the most out of, everything that you've worked for all year. So having somebody that you are not intimidated to go and speak with and ask questions, somebody that's going to do whatever they can to make sure that you can maximize your returns is crucial during these times. David is an accountant and paintball player from South Florida with over 6 years of personal and corporate tax experience. And he has clients throughout the United States. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, he knows the legislation, and he's willing to do whatever he can to make sure that you feel comfortable in getting, the most out of your return, and are confident that his filings are, done with due diligence. And I can personally say, so far, David has been excellent. We are so incredibly happy to be working with him with Play the Game podcast. He is doing all of the PTG filings and tax returns, and so far he's been absolutely amazing. We have a pretty complex situation with Tyler being in Arizona and myself being in California, so he has been amazing at answering all questions and making sure that we are comfortable in filing this return. He's really good at maximizing your return and making sure that you keep all the money that you can out of the money that you earned. So why not go with him? If you have a small business or have thought about starting one, David is also there to help you out with understanding corporate taxes. He can help establish your business, start up payroll, or help with bookkeeping. This is all really important stuff, and this is stuff that we're learning, Tyler and myself, along the way. We need better techniques, and we're going to be using him going forward, absolutely. Let him know that you're a fellow paintball player and that you're recommended by us at Play the Game, and he will make sure to help you out for under $200 for a federal and state return. I mean, that's crazy. That's great prices. If you guys have gone to H&R Block or any of these other places, they charge a hefty fee. It's pretty expensive to do your taxes. So we have somebody in the paintball community that is offering a great service at a premium price. And we hope that you guys definitely check him out. You can find him at his email, droque954@gmail.com. That is DROQUE954@gmail.com. He's fantastic. Check him out 100%. It is droque Accounting. That is his company. That is his business. This is what he does, and he's here to help you. All right, PTG fam, thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. As always, this episode is very awesome. This was a really good one. We have professional football player Chris Odom on the line, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, played for the Redskins, the Atlanta Falcons, and has now taken his talents to the CFL. But the main reason we were able to connect with him is because he's also a paintball player. Loves the game of paintball, started back in high school, and, you'll get the story in the show. It's an awesome show. Chris is an awesome guy. It was really, really, really great of him to sit down and talk with us and take time out of his day to share some very valuable insight. So, in any case, without further ado, we're going to hop in the show. We'll see you soon.
That was an insane inside move by Marcelo Margot. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
He came out with 2 wins. Marcelo Margot was on fire.
All right, we got him on the show. PTG fam, we are blessed with Chris Odom, NFL player for the Falcons, Atlanta Falcons, Green Bay Packers, the Redskins, and I think currently you're going to be playing some Canadian pro ball as well. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
It's going good, bro. It's going good. Enjoying one day at a time and enjoying a little paintball on the side. So just enjoying life right now.
Heck yeah. Yeah, dude. And shout out to Texas. I believe you're out there in Texas. Where exactly are you at in Texas?
I live in Arlington, which is between Dallas and Fort Worth, smack dab in the middle of the DFW area.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, we see you out there balling with the Shut Up We're Trying boys out there. You got a paintball squad and everything. How's that?
Oh, yeah. Just
yeah. Oh, he's got the shirt. There we go. For all the listeners, you can slide over to the YouTube. He's got the action going.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. So, yeah, bro, I'm just out here and enjoying this Texas weather, starting to heat up a little bit, and just picked up paintball on the side while I work out and train for football. Been playing since high school, but when I bought my first setup and got out when I wanted to play college football, and then whenever the pandemic hit, just trying to get back being out and about, being active and whatnot, and that's when I had time to pick back paintball back up, and then I started from there back in December. And then just one thing led to another, and here I am.
Yep. Now we got him on the paintball podcast for the whole world.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, man, it's awesome. We're incredibly honored to have you on the show again. Someone who has, dipped their feet and succeeded in a sport like the NFL, gone to professional organizations, which they paved the way for sports. And here in paintball, obviously, I'm sure as you've noticed already, we're pretty far behind where some of these major mainstream sports are, but we're trying to make the progress to get there. And so to be able to sit down and talk with you is pretty awesome. So thank
Dude,
you.
what a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
no, hey, y'all are still professionals. It might not be as mainstream as football, but nevertheless, y'all are still pros in a sport. So y'all definitely deserve credit where the
Yeah.
credit is definitely due.
Dude, that means a
Appreciate
lot.
you.
But
Yeah.
seriously, like the NFL, that is major, bro. And you've played in big NFL games. You've played actually for one of my favorite teams, the Green Bay Packers. Shout out to the Packers. My sister, or I'm sorry, my wife's sister, she's special needs and she is the sweetest girl in the world. Her name is Christina, and her favorite team is the Green Bay Packers. So whenever we're hanging out, we got our
Go
cheese
Pack,
heads
go.
on. Yep,
Go
let's
Pack,
go.
go.
Go Pack, go.
Packers are tight.
Yeah, so it's truly an honor to be able to speak with a player who's been on the field out there with the team, and I want to dig into your mentality on how you approach sports and the training process and all the the nuts and bolts of being a top level athlete, which are everything. But at first, I want to start off with how you got into paintball. I know it's pretty recently, but we always like to get the grassroots on your story.
All right. So from the start, I started playing airsoft. I feel like
There we go.
airsoft has been
Alright.
like I feel like the airsoft is like the gateway into paintball.
Mhm.
If and then I was like, people cheating because you can't call. You really
Yeah.
can easily cheat in airsoft because they don't leave a hit.
Yeah.
Then I went into high school. Friend had a birthday party. I think most stories now start with a birthday
Yep,
party,
the
like
birthday party.
and going to a paintball park, and then once there's the adrenaline rush, and then I kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
just wanted to get into it. Then I bought my first setup. We played rentals for about a month,
Mhm.
and then I bought my first setup, which was a mini.
Hey,
Okay. There you go.
So with a little halo loader and all
Bro,
that. So
real quick, I feel like a mini is way too small for you, bro.
look. All right, high school. This is back in 2010, 2011.
You're probably still bigger than I am now.
how tall are you? How
Yeah, I was
tall?
gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm
How tall are
5'10".
both of y'all?
5'10".
Like almost 6'2" or 6'2", right about there.
So my brother's 5'10", so he's about the same height as you, Marcelo.
Oh, whoa.
And
Okay.
then I'm 6'4".
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And you be running people
big
over
body.
on that football field. I'll tell you.
That's my job, man. I mean,
Yeah.
refuse to be denied and get off blocks and get sacks and
Yep.
get tackles, man.
That's it. That's
what's up.
that's the bread and butter right there. You got to get
No,
that.
no doubt, bro. I
Yeah.
started out with like my little mini setup, the I guess the budget beginner speedball package
Mhm.
at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then I had that all the way to then I had that all the way to the end of high school. Then I had to put all that away and focus on college football.
So you
Then I went
started
back-
early. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Wow.
Yeah. So then I put my setup away and played birthday parties ever since then. And then it took me one birthday party here to get me back to get the bug back into playing.
Mhm.
But I was playing woods and rec and airball, but then I wanted to play the tournament side of it because I never have.
Yeah.
So then I found my setup, and then you make modern adjustments. So instead of getting a Halo, Spire, and all that, and then
Mhm.
next thing I know, I'm on a team playing tournaments, and
That's more
I'm hooked.
recent. That's more recent though, right? The team thing and
Yeah.
all that, or is that yeah?
Yeah. So I've been playing speedball since December.
Okay.
And then the next month is when I got put on I tried out for Shut Up or Trying. And then next thing I know, I'm playing XTPL Texas Cup at Paintball Fit, and then next thing I know, I'm playing a 7-man, then playing a 3-man, and then
There we go.
Nice.
next thing I know, I'm 3 tournaments deep into playing speedball.
Nice.
So
man.
what was like what was your favorite style when you were younger though? Were you playing the rec ball or did they had hyper ball, right?
Yeah, it was definitely a rec and hyperball, just
Mhm.
because like that was the only realm of paintball that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
So if I knew about speedball, I probably would have played speedball, but for
Yeah.
the sake of like where we played at
Mhm.
and the fields that they had, my knowledge only went on to there. So I
What?
only played at those type of fields.
Which field was that? Was like your home field, your first one?
Fun on the Run in Fort Worth, Texas.
There we
That was my first field.
Awesome.
But I go out to Paintball Fit every single weekend in Waxahachie.
You're in the mecca right now. You live in the mecca of like American paintball. It's obviously Texas, Florida, California, obviously, you know, but where you're at is a huge hub center, and it's getting big out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, we know that it started in Cali. You know, it started there and it just slowly migrated to Texas and whatnot. But honestly, ever since December, there's probably a handful of weekends that I have not been out to Paintball Fit, because like I know that for me, in order to get better at something, to be got to be a sponge, take all the criticism and critique those who know the game better than you do. Then repetition, so you can adjust your mistakes on the fly, see what you did right, see what you did wrong. So, and I don't want to be complacent at something. I always want to be better, and that's not just with football. I apply that to paintball, whether if it's photography and all that. I apply that to everything.
Dude, that's a soundbite right there, people. That's the blueprint to success is, breaking it down, really thinking about it and caring about the process. You have to truly care about the process. And then, the world is at your fingertips. You can do whatever you want in any sector. You can do it all.
No doubt. Like you just got to be willing to take criticism, willing to learn, repetition, then be efficient. Next thing you know, you're already good at something, because there's a lot of people in America don't have good work ethics, or they take the jobs that they have for granted, or they're just accepted for like it is what it is and just do the bare minimum. Not a lot of people go above and beyond for the jobs and what they do at hand.
Yeah, it's funny how the formula is the same. No matter what it is that you want to do, the formula is pretty much the same.
It is.
Work your butt off, learn from your mistakes, fix your mistakes, be efficient. I like that you said that. Efficiency plays across the board, right? You want to be able to maximize what you're able to get done in a certain amount of time. It's a mindset as well, and if you apply these things that you learn in sports to the business you're building or the career you're pursuing or your relationship, often you're going to have a really profound outcome,
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like if you know that combination of what it takes over, like you can apply that to sports, you can apply that to your work ethic, business. Really, it's the exact same. And then whenever you actually apply it to something different, you'll just see how much easier it is, because you're already used to like going down that list in the order. You're just doing it in something different. Same method, just applied somewhere differently.
Totally. And I'm sure you probably picked a lot of this type of stuff up at college too. I kind of want to dip into that and talk about, like, obviously you played paintball, you fell in love with it because you're playing it today, right now,
Facts.
So you fell in love with the game, and then you had to kind of put the gun down and do what a lot of us have to do, which is real life, do the school, do the work, and establish yourself so that you can come back and have some more fun playing paintball. But what was it like, going through college and that kind of journey? And then where did that take you, obviously, with your football career?
College was exciting. I mean, it was a scholarship athlete, especially I went to Arkansas State.
Shout out.
Yeah. University. So, which is in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas, who has been known
the
for
Razorbacks.
Red Wolves.
No, the Red Wolves. Dang it.
Oh, no.
Come on, man.
Oh, no, honey.
Yeah.
So we're just going to stop talking to you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude, that was complete disrespect. Just pin me up to the wall. Pin me up to the wall.
The Razorbacks are across the way. That ain't it, huh?
Wait, but they're from Arkansas, right?
No, they're from Arkansas. They're northwest in Fayetteville. I'm northeast in Jonesboro.
My bad, because I was in. The only reason I even know that is because me and Mr. H were in we were in Louisiana, and the Razorbacks were playing this team, and it was like the Rose Bowl, I think, and the whole
LSU.
entire
Oh no, you said
yeah,
the Rose.
yeah,
You said the Rose Bowl. It could have been somewhere different, but I'm assuming it was LSU.
dude, it was crazy, and I'll never forget. I was probably like 21. We were traveling across the country on a tour bus from Miami to LA. We had just done like a clinic, and I just remember the streets were red. It was insanity out there. But
Oh,
yeah,
SEC
don't mind my
SEC fan.
disrespect. I'm sorry
No.
about that.
It's all good. No, SEC fans. They travel deep. They
Yeah.
love like there's a reason why like that's like one of the biggest. That's like one of the biggest conference, if not the biggest conference in college football.
I see.
So they travel everywhere.
Mhm.
But like so I started out college, when you're a freshman, scholarship athlete, you're just excited to play football, being like that guy on campus. Well, wasn't
Yeah.
that guy on campus. I was just like just finding get in where I fit in, finding my role for the team and whatnot. First year we win conference, we win first bowl game. So
There
I'm
we
like,
go.
yeah, so I'm just like I'm living in the moment, just like embracing it all. Like this is why I came in here, because like of how successful they are. And
Mhm.
then just like enjoying college. And then second year, head coaching change, coaching staff changes, so
Chris,
new guys, new staff.
hey, real
Mhm.
quick, I'm sorry. I just want to ask you a question right there. Sorry to interrupt. Did you
You're good.
did you have multiple choices as to which college you were going to go to and what team you were going to play for?
So okay, before
I'm
I
just
answer that, let me just say that so for the football fans out there, I went to the same high school as Miles Garrett, who
okay.
was the number one pick in the 2017 draft, who is the starting defensive end for the Cleveland Browns.
Mhm.
We came out the same draft class, but he was a year behind me in high school. So in high school, he was the freak athlete, and I was just on the other side. He was getting all Alabama, LSU, like OU, Texas. He was getting all the big schools attention, and then I was kind of getting the the D1, one AA, and some D1 schools attention. So by signing day, I only had one D1 offer before Arkansas State, and that was Colorado State,
Mm.
who pulled my scholarship because someone else committed before I even got up there. So they pulled mine, and then Arkansas State called me 5 minutes later. I flew up to Jonesboro, went for the visit. They offered me, and I signed with them. So
Okay.
I only
Nice. Okay.
had two D1 scholarships coming out of high school.
Okay.
Mm.
Awesome. Yeah, I was only asking because I was curious, like what thought process you took into account, or you went through when trying to decide what team you want to play for, right? Like what kind of structure do you look for in an organization, in a team, or if it was more about school. But
Oh yeah, no, it just at that point I wanted to go where I was going to play.
Mhm.
nice.
But
I
then
like that.
but then again, when you don't have many options, you kind of like have to you
Mhm.
you get humbled by it,
Mhm.
Sure.
because you don't, when you don't have many options, you just like, well, let's look and see at the options that I do have.
Mm.
And
Sure.
then because I wasn't on varsity in high school until, like, honestly, a starter until my senior year. I was on JV halfway through my junior year, and was on the varsity my senior year only because we went to playoffs and I was an extra body.
Mm.
So I didn't have like much leeway or uh awareness out there for scouts until that one year that I had. It was the
Mhm.
same way with college. I didn't have much film or reps in college, especially after that coaching change in my sophomore year, just because I was still trying to figure it out. I was still trying to figure out how to be a good defensive end or defensive lineman, because I played all four positions on the front line before I found my niche into being an edge rusher, a defensive end.
Mm.
So that went on to my senior year. So so freshman year we won conference and the bowl game. Second year we didn't win conference or a bowl game. We went, but we didn't win. Junior year we won conference and we lost our bowl game. And then senior year we won conference and we won a bowl game. So
Damn
I
tight.
went I
There we
went
go.
went to school a champion and left a champion.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm all
Dude,
good.
rowdy.
You're a champ.
Champs, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tight. Hell
And
yeah.
talk about like the grit too, like you know that you were put in a lot of hard situations, with just navigating everything that you have to go through as a student athlete too, to be able to grit it out and then leave a champion as well.
Oh man, it's tough. Being a student athlete is definitely not easy because
Mm-hmm.
you have all all the classes, like just like a regular student, 4 to 5 if classes, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
You got homework just like the regular students, and sometimes the teachers may catch you a break just because they understand like you just have a lot on your plate. But then you have some teachers that don't. It's like, nope. Like, let's just say if we have a game on Saturday, we have to turn in our essays by Saturday at 10 o'clock. Okay, well, you better make sure you do your work before then, on top of practice, on top of study hall, on top of studying for the other classes,
Mm-hmm.
just so you don't turn in any late. Because let's just say, well, you had a game. Well, that's not really an excuse.
No.
And so it's not easy. It's a lot more demanding, but it does make you mentally tougher if you know how to be efficient and just realize what it's doing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone understands that, or they just kind of like it's like, well, they give you a scholarship, like, that's what you're supposed to do. I was like, okay, you say that outside looking in, but until you actually go through it, you don't exactly know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that like
Absolutely.
I'm not
The
saying like take it.
experience.
Yeah, I'm not taking it away from for
Yeah.
those who don't have a scholarship, saying to like, to praise student athletes, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot more than what people think it is.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm still laughing. He said to me. I'm so sorry. But hey, dude, I appreciate your work ethic, man, because that's what it takes to be where you're sitting at. You have a beautiful family. You're still playing ball. You're able to play paintball. You're living an amazing life, and it's because of that work ethic. You know what I mean? You don't take things for granted, and you got the same 24 as everybody in the day. And it's all about, I think that you can attest to this, and it probably ties into the college, but time management, right? That's the only way you were able to accomplish those goals in that time period.
Oh, of course, you have to, if you want to be good at something, you have
Mhm.
to, you have to sacrifice some time in other areas to put it towards like being better at something that you prioritize.
Mhm.
So if I wanted to be a better football player, that means, okay, well, I have to stay after practice and do some extra conditioning. I have to do extra drill work. So if like there's something I'm doing wrong, that takes time to fix. If I have to
Mhm.
watch more, if I have to watch more tape, that's like an extra hour of studying that I have to do. Well, that's an hour that I could be sleeping, or an hour that I could be like spending time with my daughter and whatnot.
Mhm.
It's just you have to prioritize like what's important, and it goes and each person is different. Each person has different
Mhm.
priorities,
Absolutely.
and so you just have to know what's going to like help you the most. So I know by me putting in more effort to be like a better football player, I have like that might take less time away from my family, but
Mhm.
if it means that I'll be better and playing longer, then that's helping me provide for my family.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Man, I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as you with all this, just because I have two sons. I got a 5 and a 3-year-old, and I think about it the same way that you're talking right now. It's like, you know, if I if I really commit to this, I'm gonna be missing time from those precious moments with my kids. But in the long tail, that's where you're gonna find the power. That's where the gems are at. You want to be working hard, and yeah, you're gonna have to sacrifice some hours here and there and miss a game here and there. But on the long tail, you're going to be able to provide for much longer with that passion and that drive and all the energy that you're putting into it, because you're going to be the best. You're going to be the best one out there.
And no doubt, and just like with anything, it also comes with the balance. You
Mm-hmm.
have to have balance, and like
Mhm.
you have to know how much time you've been sitting aside from like family to like to work on your craft. And then sometimes you be like, it's like, okay, I need to spend more time with my family, because like when you feel that you're away from somebody or something, like, you know, that you have to just put, even not, I'm not saying dedicate like all the time that you put away from them, but you have to give them a little bit of time more than what you've been giving, especially if you've been putting it towards like being a better paintball or being a better football player. Like, because you know, I'm also a dad too, you know, so also I gotta, you know, tend to my girl and my daughter. So
Yep.
you got to find balance, you know. And
That's the key.
it's hard. It's not easy. I'd be lying to you if I said it was easy, because it's not. But
Yeah.
you know, just got to prioritize and just, you know, just realize what's important, what's the most important to you.
And
Yeah, I
it's
think
family.
I
100%, yeah.
for sure it is, and it actually helps family if you can find the balance and you can pursue your career in a way that your family respects you and supports you for doing so, because you have done a good job of the balance and you can shower them with enough love and support that they support you. You end up being the best role model for and monument for your whole family, you know, and your children, your daughter will grow up idolizing your work ethic and the way you were able to work your tail off and also still be a great dad and still be, you know, still be there and still be her support, you know. And that's
Straight
rare.
up.
That is so hard, but that's Superman, right? That's how your kids grow up thinking daddy's Superman.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, if you have the support from your family to like, whatever you do, we got your back. If you want to be great at this, we got you. We understand. Man, that's one less thing that you don't have to worry about. Then you can just put your energy and just focus on like on that craft, because you don't have to worry about them, because you know that they know that you're going to have their back regardless, and they're going to support you to be the best that you can be. When you don't have one less thing to worry about, hey, that just means that you can just be that much more focused into whatever it is that you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that focus, that ability to shift gears and put 100% of your time and dedication, especially when you're like making a name for yourself in a new sport or a new company, whatever it is, when you're trying to carve your path, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. Like, you got to be all in, you know, you have to be working harder than the other person that wants that job or that position or that spot on the team.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Because I mean, if you want to be better or get something that someone has that you don't, that means that you have to work harder than them. Because if they already have what you want, doing what they do isn't going to be enough, because you're doing the same. And the only difference is they have the job that you want. So you have to do that much more and be that much better for them to say, no, we're going to go, we rather pick you than him. So yeah, no, definitely understanding that. But
How important would you say that just the component of hustling, just the component of showing like that you're there and you care about the process, I would say it's a pretty tremendous advantage over like the guy you're trying to go against if you are just working way harder and hustling, right?
oh yeah, no doubt. It's just like a lot of people talk about it, but when let's just say your coach, your boss, the owner, or whoever it is that like for whatever it is that you're doing, when they see your performance or see your effort, not just you talk about it, but see you actually doing it, that will always speak louder than just talking about it. Because when you show it, you don't even have to say anything. Let's just say you just show up and you don't talk, you just have to work hard. That will speak more than anything that you say, because people will see what you're really about. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people aren't really about it. A lot of people say they want something, but they're not willing to put in the work to get it.
That's powerful and so true, man. Because it's hard, and you know, hard work sucks, and it's not the easiest, you know. And people most of the time they steer away from that. But your success is manifested in the struggle. That's the only way you'll reach it. Is you have to be really like gritting, and if you want it, then you have to show it. Don't even talk about it. Just show me that you want it. Show the dedication, show the hours, show the time. And that, like you said, means more than any words.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And like a lot of people, some people might say that what I'm saying or some things that I've said are kind of cliche-ish, as in, no, that's not really true. That's not how the real world works. I was like, well, no, it does. Does it always work? No, sometimes it does. Like sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes business side or corporate America just won't reciprocate the efforts that you put in. But I will say you will have better odds doing so than you not trying at all. So will it always work? I'm not saying that it always will, but I will say that you have better odds if you do put in the work.
Absolutely.
And the effort and work
100%.
hard.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantees, right? Nothing's guaranteed. You could do everything right in life, and still you just get dealt a bad hand, or things don't work out, or it's not your time. And that happens more often than not, actually, But that shouldn't ever discourage you. For me, it's like, okay, well, let's reassess and get back to the drawing board. And I think if you continue to do that enough times, eventually something will work.
Oh no, straight out. You gotta keep grinding. Got to keep hustling, because life can really knock you down and keep you down if you let it. But also sometimes it just takes that reality check in order to just get that fire just resparked and to get back on your feet and get back grinding. And then now you're pushing even harder than you ever have, because you've been down to the ground before. You know what it's like when life's just like knocked you completely down. Nothing's going right. You didn't see any positivity throughout the day. Man, you got to get up and fight back, because life isn't easy. It's not. And it can take advantage of you. And if you change your mentality and take advantage of it, you will just see just how much better each and every day is for yourself.
Yeah. And it's like you said, it's a numbers game too, it's like you're fishing. You can't just give up and stop fishing. You got to keep going. We got to catch a fish. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep throwing the line in the water and keep reeling it in and keep trying and keep throwing the line in the water and trying new things, get a new reel, whatever you have to do. But there's just so many ways you can attack it, and it's all numbers based. And that's kind of the cool thing is there is a little bit of a formula to success. If you follow a certain formula, you will arrive if you keep going long enough and you just don't give up on yourself. But most of the time we give up right before the glory. We throw in the towel, and then you never know. So just never give up. That's the key too, man.
Hey, just mental toughness. If you have mental toughness and approach things with the right mentality, you'd be surprised just how great you can become, or how much you can achieve if you just have the right mindset. It doesn't mean you have to be the most gifted at something, or some guys are put in positions just like they're just like given opportunities. If you just take the right approach with the right mental toughness and mentality, you'd be surprised on what you can accomplish.
Shout out. We got that Red Wolves mindset, baby. Let's go.
Oh, he said it right this time.
All dead. Let's go.
He corrected.
He's been waiting.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, man, I better fix it.
I felt so stupid. I still feel dumb.
Not gonna lie, I just thought that he said it wrong again. I was like, oh my God, twice?
No.
Razor.
Oh no, I would have called him. I would have called him out if
he would have checked me immediately.
I would have let him know. Real talk. I would have let him know. But no, he said
I
it
appreciate
right. We're
that.
good.
I appreciate that. That's what real friends do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta wait. Hold on. Hey, I got a question for you though, Tyler.
Yeah.
You've been balling since you were 14, right?
Yeah. Yep. Long time, man.
How was it for you to become a pro up until then at a young age? What was your mentality like to be the youngest one to be a pro? What was it like for you? Because, as 14-year-olds, we don't, know-it-alls. We don't know what we want. We just want like stuff like right then and now, whether it's like the new game out, or like, let's just say just like some new cleats or something. But like, what was your mentality like when you actually reached that, when you had that pro status at a young age?
I have to give all credit and respect to my camp, to my father, first of all. Mr. Robert Harmon, thank you, sir, for everything that you provided me. And my mom, of course, Mariana, the greatest woman in the world. And then my camp, man, the Extreme Paintball Camp in Modesto, California. Shout out to the Central Valley up in Northern California there, with Rich Telford, and like it was a dojo. It was a dynamic mixed martial arts is what the dojo was called. And there was a bunch of these dudes that grappled and were fighters. And So you know me, I wasn't trying to get punched. I was trying to listen and do the right things and make sure that it was a different time. You know, I was born in the late 80s. So it was just a little grittier than I would say like a lot of the camps are right now. But I appreciate it so much, you know, like they were hard on me, very hard on me. And I'm so grateful for that because it made me really look outside of myself at myself and critique myself a lot. And I was able to approach paintball in different ways that I might not have been able to if I didn't get that type of hardwiring off the break. So like Rich Telford, he's a badass. He's just one of the most rowdy dudes ever. Love him to death. And Extreme Paintball was an amazing place. They had like the Ironman would go out there, Bob's Ironman, even Dynasty. I got to play against Oliver Lang in a one-on-one. I was like, yo, Oliver, let me play you. And I was probably, 11 years old or something like that. And he beat me the most of the time. I think we played like 4 games and I beat him one time. And I was like, if I can beat him, I can do this. So from that moment on, I knew I was watching him on videos and stuff, like every day I'd go home, watch all these videos. And then to be able to have the blessing of being born in that valley also, it's like luck too. I was born and raised in that valley where paintball was just thriving. And so I was hardwired. But I'll tell you what, when I went pro, it was bad for me. I was getting beat up on. Like I was not good when I turned pro.
He's honest.
Like 14.
Yeah. But I would still handle a little bit, I would get my shots, but I wasn't like stunting. I wasn't just mobbing down the field, but I still was growing into my paws. I was like a little puppy, still had to grow into everything. And I've had to metamorphosize, throughout my career from being one of the shortest players in paintball to being one of the tallest players in paintball that I am now. As at 6'2", there's only a handful of us that are that big as well. So it's been an interesting ride. And yeah, dude, shout out to Modesto.
But you understand what it was like to be the shortest player on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So you've only just adapted in like with time.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you understand like what the smallest guy on the field thinks, which can help you because like tallest person, bigger target.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, well, I know what he's going to be trying to go for because that was you.
Totally. Yeah.
No, I know. I get it, man. I can just because
Yeah.
I would not understand what that's like to have that title at such a young age. So I was only curious about like what it was like for
I think
for
I
you.
still have that. I don't think that anybody's done it earlier. I got on Bob Long's Assassins when I was 13. I played my first tournament when I was 14. But yeah, nobody, there's a couple kids that are out there that I know can give me a run for my money. But then I got young Theo, my son, he's coming up next. So he's gonna be the one.
Shooting for 13.
He a baller
playing his
already,
first
bro?
tournament.
Oh yeah, he's a shooter. He loves playing. Like I got these gel blasters. Shout out to Gel Blaster. They sent us some of those jelly guns. Yeah. So we be playing a lot of that. It's fun.
Oh my God, the jelly blasters have made their way to fit, and oh my God,
Oh yeah,
they are.
Back to Logan, he's one of them. This man got an AK-47 jelly blaster and was like hide behind trucks and just blasting everybody in the pits. Just now, like multiple teams got jelly blasters, so they made their way over to fit. But no, they're definitely cool toys to play with. No, straight up,
they're fun. They have great marketing too. I love watching pretty much every one of their videos. It's like a blast in the past.
Yeah.
You feel like you're watting something out of the 70s. It's fun.
The Gel Blaster guy.
Yeah. He's rad. I love the Gel Blaster guy.
Straight up, if you go back to like his commercials, like it really does feel like an old vintage toy
80s
commercial. Toy, like 80s toyish commercial. But I like that's his style. Like even when I went up to the NXL event in Dallas, didn't play in it, just went up there just because it was local. And I saw him under his tent, and he had the jean jacket on.
Yeah.
He had the same wash denim pants too.
He's killing him.
No, straight up. It's like, and he had like the retro shades with the hat forward. I was just like, this man is just like
Yeah.
He's no 100%, and I respect it so much because like he's owning it. Like what you
Mhm.
see like as he like on the commercials, his ads, like
Yeah.
that's just how he is like whenever he's just around people. Like
That's the
it's
best
just dope.
marketing. That-
No, straight up. And I talked to
Yeah.
him, cool people, man. Like
Yeah,
cool
he
people
is.
to talk to. Now we got Joey Blasters and we just BS in the pits with Joe Blasters and all that.
Dude, I want to talk about your team. Shut up, we're trying. That's just the best name ever, dude. Who came up with that? And talk to us about what the team's doing and about the team stuff.
Team came up with Jerry Phillips. He's our team owner. He came up with Shut Up We're Trying. We got a D we got
I
a
like
D
it.
we got a D3, D4, and two D5 lines. But the roster is
Awesome.
total as a team is like I think 50 plus.
Yeah, big
Wow.
organization for sure.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because like because stuff happens.
Mhm.
And as in people can't always make it out to practice.
Mhm.
Like life happens, whether if it's work,
Mhm.
family, job opportunities, and if a tournament's coming up, that tournament's going to happen regardless if something happens or not.
Mhm.
And if there's if there's a spot that needs to be filled in a roster, well, somebody's got to fill it.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have a lot of guys to fill in those spots, but also if we have enough guys who can play a tournament, well, that's just another line that we'll put together and have in that tournament. So like the three man XCPL 3-man tournament we just had last month, we had 4 lines. We had 4. I think we had the most lines more than any other team, because I think the most other teams had was 2.
Yeah.
But definitely great group of guys. Because whenever I was checking out speedball, I found Paintball Fit because I wanted a tournament style scene, and that was like the only tournament style place in all the Dallas area.
Mhm.
And then I see Shut Up We're Trying tryout. So I throw in like I throw a little comment under there just to like, just to see what was going on. Next thing I know, I got my boy Aaron and Cole Davis reaching out, just like, bro, you gonna come? It's like, bro, if you want to get into
That's
it, just
tight.
just come try it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but at least come and just see what it's like and see if it's something that you want to get into. So I did. I ran points all day down at Fit. I went to the tryout with everybody else that was trying out against, like, all the Shut Up guys and situations and whatnot. Then the next week asked me to be on the team, and I was like, yeah, why not? Then 3 weeks later I'm playing my first tournament, and man, that was an eye opener to
Mhm.
practice whenever
In what
there's
way?
details.
Mm.
Details. And what I mean by details, I mean playing bunkers properly. Foot
Mhm.
your tip of your foot poking out.
Yeah.
No chicken winging.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. No chicken winging.
That's
Situation
huge.
situation awareness, and
Mhm.
what I hate, bounce shots.
Talk to me about it. We were just talking about this on the last show. Thank
I was
God.
him. It was no. What's frustrating? It's the bounce shots that you don't know. When
And
you
this is
think
where
when you
Marcelo, yeah.
when you think you have the whole
Mhm.
layout figured out, you
Mhm.
ran like
And
multiple
someone just
days,
shoot.
multiple weekends. You think you know where all the shots are, so there is
Yeah.
no way that someone can catch you slipping on a bounce shot.
Mhm.
Don't let me
Wrong.
be on the other side of the field there.
Hey, because it would just be that one shot. You
Yeah.
play your bunker tight. He's like, man, ain't nobody's got the shot on you. The one person that does have a shot on you, you like dumping paint, you keeping them tucked
Mhm.
in. There's like nobody's gonna get you.
There's a
Because
huge debate going on about this right now.
Yeah.
The bounce shot. It's a big deal. A lot of some people want to throw some like grip tape or something from a skateboard on the edges, and some people think it's high IQ, and I agree with both. I think that there is a high IQ aspect to it, looking at angles and how things bounce off, because there are a lot of it, and more now than ever. It seems like the bunkers are set up to ricochet shots into you almost.
Oh yeah, no, straight up. And it's the ones that you don't know about are the ones that are frustrating the most, because I was back in there tucked in. Next thing I know, I just got shot on the side of my gun, and I was just like, what? And I was like, it was on the left side, and I'm like looking left.
Yeah.
Nobody's shooting. Like the one guy I'm shooting is like tucked in, and if he poked out, I was at the home. Or the 3 position shooting the snake side. And if that snake was poking out on the outside on the wire to shoot me, well, I got my 1 and my 2 shooting on a wire. So I was like, where did that shot come from? Nope. Some guy in the back shot the at the 4 to bounce shot into me at the 3.
So, dude, I know it drives me nuts too. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, Chris, because for me, it's like I want a gunfight, and I want to see paintballs leave my barrel, and that's how the eliminations happen for me, you know. But there's water in both buckets because it does add something to the game.
I mean, it's not one or the other though. With bounce shots, yeah, I want a gunfight as well. You're gonna get in, you're gonna engage in a ton of gunfights while you're playing. But for me, bounce shots it's a whole other space that you have to be aware of and look for, and you have to have an eye for it. And the more experience that you have with like what kind of bounce shots work, the easier it is for you to find them when you step out on the field and you just look. You're like, actually, if you shoot low off this beam, it's gonna shoot up high, you know, or if you shoot at the top portion of a Aztec, it's not going to go anywhere. You know, it's going to go too high. You have to shoot at the bottom portion of it. All of these.
I'm not the biggest fan, but I definitely use them all day, and I'm good at it too. Like,
so wouldn't that make you a fan though? If you use it all the time, but you say you're not a fan, doesn't that make you a fan? You're just not owning it.
There's water in both buckets. Like,
there you go,
I have
my man.
to use this thing because I have to. It's a part of the game. But honestly, I do not like it. I do not like bounce shots. I wanna play heads up paintball every elimination from the barrel, and like just take away that part of it. Me personally.
That's part of adapting though, and you know that's only going to be more part of the game. So we just have to. I guess we just embrace have to own that. Yeah, embrace it. It is what it is. That nothing's going to change about it.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest can't go. They're like no, that was a bounce shot. No, you're good. Like no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So
it's almost not possible to not have bounce shots though, unless you removed so many bunkers to where you went back to like old NXL style. And if we did that with how talented players are now, it would be the most boring paintball out there. You wouldn't be able to make it to a spot. You wouldn't be able to move. You know, it would be really boring. Like, can you imagine, Tyler? I don't know, Chris, do you remember the old NXL fields, old PSP? Like, did you ever watch videos from, you know, mid 2000s? You know, it's like they're wide open fields. If we had fields like that now, there's no bounce shots. I guarantee you that. But
the fields were big as hell. Like it was just literally just out in the open field with just some netting. Yeah, that's the type of layout that you're talking about.
Yeah. There were less bunkers on the airball field. You know, it looked a lot bigger. I think it was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't much bigger. Yeah. It just there were less bunkers, so it seemed so open. If we had fields like that now, it would be 2-on-3 off the break. You know, because you would shoot multiple bodies off the break every point, and then there would be just little to no movement. You know, because with such big gaps, you're not going to miss people going through them.
No, definitely not. I mean, but but it's not going to go backwards.
No,
it's going to go forward, and it's only going to evolve. Just like smaller fields, more bunkers, bounce shots go with that. So you know, it's just a matter of time before another thing like that adapts. Hopefully, nothing that because apparently Tyler's already frustrated enough with bounce shots.
We don't need any more of those.
You know, I would imagine. And I'm probably totally off here, but maybe as a defensive end, you're like, man, I'm so sick of like the new quarterbacks. All they want to do is run. And so hard for me to get to them. You know what I mean? I can't get to them. You're putting your head down. Am I onto something or am I totally off?
Let's just say you have to be conscious of their abilities. And just like but yeah, just like a bounce shot, but just like you said, but bounce shots are also part of the game, and it's like another level of another IQ of the game that you have to have. Okay, well, let's just say if I'm a defensive end and I'm playing against a running quarterback who likes to run more than he likes to throw. Well, how do you stop that? You set him up, put him in spots where it's real easy for him to run, because he 9 times out of 10 he's going to take the bait, and then that's the situation. That's just like high IQ.
Absolutely.
And that's without playing like basic football. Like, you know, like whenever you become a pro, it's not just clear, like it doesn't just stop at you just being a professional.
That's the beginning.
Like there's another level into being a pro when you reach a pro status. Because it doesn't stop. You're not just like once you got that professional title, it's not that like you stop learning or you stop getting better. Yeah, it like it no it only
it's
gotta
really
learn.
just starting right there, like Tyler said.
It's just starting.
Sure.
It comes down to details. Comes down to like no wasted movement, steps, more consistent and accurate shots, like, and you know, and that's the same with football. No wasted movement, no wasted steps, proper placement at the right time, and split second, if not millisecond, decision making.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
so
It
all,
sounds
it's
like
all
we're
relative.
playing the same. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that because those fundamentals that you were just talking about go hand in hand with everything that we're doing out there as well. And I love what you said about the setup as well, because that's what we're doing all day. We're setting players up so that I can know exactly where you're going to be placed and put a shot right where I know you're going to be. And like we have codes that we call to each other to bait you into moving, like, okay, I'm gonna call this code out, here he comes, and then you get the free easy one, and then I get the side of the field now. So it's so intricate when it gets to the top level with all these fundamentals and like mind games. That's really what it comes down to.
You're playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
Like you're
That's
like
it.
you're baiting him. Got to bait him in. Maybe you're just gonna stop shooting at him, so he maybe you can act like you're letting him about to bump, but really you're just waiting for him to like just give him time to, and then he's just more of an open shot.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Or for me, for a running quarterback, hey, we're gonna run a game. I'm gonna leave that wide open, right up both A gaps.
Come
so
on
you can
down.
run, so you can run.
Come on down.
And hey, and you know what? I'm not gonna give away too much.
Exactly.
I'll just leave. I'll just leave it right there.
Yeah. You'll find out. Watch, the Canadian Football League's about to get hit.
Hey, well, you know, I'm ready to get back to playing. I'm ready to get back to hitting and just playing football. You know, life's work and just being able to utilize it.
That's
so
awesome,
I'm definitely excited to get back up there.
Yeah, dude. I want to dip into the time that you spent with in the NFL. Obviously, that's huge and monumental. I want to talk about, you know, which ones came first. I know you played with the Falcons, the Packers, and the Redskins. Can you kind of walk us through the lineage of your time in the league?
Yeah. So I came out in 2017, draft class. Wasn't drafted. I was undrafted free agent to Atlanta. I did OTAs within off-season training, and then I went to training camp, which was June and August with them, or the preseason with Atlanta. Then they released me after the fourth preseason game, and then once after that you go on a waiver wire meetings based on the team's previous records. It goes to like the team with the worst records got first priority to pick up your contract to the team that had to the team that had the best. So I got put on, after I got released, I got put on the 24-hour waiver wire, and I'm thinking, and it's like 30 minutes left. I'm thinking I'm about to just be when you're on the waiver wire, you're a restricted free agent. And then after the 24 hours, you're an unrestricted free agent, meaning you got freedom to do as you please with, and talk about any new contracts with any new organizations. So I'm thinking about to get it released. It comes to the last 30 minutes of the 24 hours. So I go back to the facility to pick up my stuff. Then my agent calls me. He's like, well, looks like Green Bay just picked up your contract. I was like,
dude.
What? I was like, what? was like, what do you mean? There's 30 minutes left. Yeah, they just picked it up. I was
Whoa.
like, I'm in Atlanta on my way back to the training facility to pick up my stuff because I don't think I'm about to go home. Nope. Now I gotta pack up my stuff,
Dude.
drop my Jeep off
Packers.
to my relatives in downtown Atlanta, and I'm on a flight to Green Bay, Wisconsin that same day.
Whoa. Shout out to the cheeseheads. Let's go.
Right. So
Dang.
like, and and this is just like, it took my breath away because like I'm undrafted and I got picked up off off waivers. Like it's hard for undrafted free agents to make it because you have to compete against all these
Whoa.
draft picks which organizations put their money towards. Like business side alone, they're invested into the guys they drafted on draft day. So guys like me have to work that much harder just to get opportunities. So for that, because and for that when they picked me up, it was active roster. It wasn't practice squad or anything. Like I'm gonna be playing or on the roster the next week. So
walk me through your mindset on that. Like when that hit, like when that reality set in, where were you at? What were you thinking?
I was just like, I was just like, I was just stuck in the moment. As in like, I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, I gotta go get my stuff. Gotta go get my stuff. Gotta go drop my truck off. Now I gotta go to the airport. Then I gotta get on the flight. And it wasn't until that flight from Atlanta to Green Bay to where I was just like all the hard work paying off, like all the hard grinding and lifting, all the like the all the mental straining, high school, college, like all of it, it's starting to pay off. Like, and then it was just real enlightening. And then once I get there, then I was like, okay, I kind of have to get out now. I have to get back to tunnel vision. I have to focus.
How old were you at this moment?
22.
Dude, that's nuts. That's
and
amazing.
Then yeah, because I was 22, and then 2 weeks later it was my birthday. Then I turned 23.
Yeah.
So all this is sinking in. I get to Green Bay. Okay, now I have to learn a whole different position because now I went from a hands in the dirt defensive lineman to being an outside linebacker who's gonna be dropping into coverage. I've never dropped into coverage in my life.
Yeah.
But I did something in pro day, and then I guess that was enough for them. They're like, well, you gotta learn a whole new playbook, a whole different position, a whole new defense, learn with a whole new team, and
damn.
Yeah, time to get to work. So
straight up.
Yeah. So then like talking to my family and all that, just and then my uncles or dad's closest friends also were Packers as well, just realizing the organization I was playing for. It was just enlightening. I was just like, I was living in the moment on that flight, but when by the time I touched down, I was like, okay, it's time to get to work.
Yeah,
because we got a game next week. I can only be in the live in that moment for so long. You know what I mean? So I gotta refocus and just get back to work. And then man, by then, first game in Lambeau was against Seattle. And my old teammate JD McKissick, he was with Seattle. He didn't dress out. But he was there. And walking out there all dressed up in the green and yellow, it was
damn.
It hit me in the chest pretty hard. Fully packed house, undrafted.
No pun intended. Let's go.
Yeah, it was exciting, man. I was just living in the moment because I feed off the crowd's energy.
Yeah.
So as much as they're excited to see the team out there, I'm excited to be out there, and I'm ready to just play some football and just have the people just like enjoy watching.
That gets my blood pumping right now just thinking about like that experience of running through that tunnel out there, like just like the crowd going nuts, because Packers fans are off the charts. You know what I mean?
No doubt. That's why like the games are sold out for I think the next 10 years minimum. Yeah. So no, Packer fans are crazy, like true loyal fans, no doubt.
You had to have played in some pretty freezing weather, I would imagine, out there. It was probably some of the coldest football ever.
Okay.
But you've been in the game and you know all about that. So
Yeah, so I haven't truly played in like an ice bowl, like a true snow, you can't see anything type of game yet. But the
You're
coldest
going to
game,
Canada.
yeah, I'm about to say, that's why I said yeah. So the coldest game was my last game. It was in 2017. We were playing Minnesota. No snow. No, it was no snow. But the wind. It was, oh my God. It was -15.
Ooh.
-15 running around. It was, I'm from Texas, born and raised.
Yeah.
I did not ever think I was gonna be playing football in -15-degree weather. And man, it was so walking out there, man, it's cold as hell. Walking out there, it was cold as hell. But then whenever you're out there running around, you don't really notice it too much because you're always running around, you're getting warmed up and whatnot. And you know, once you're locked in, that doesn't really like bother you too much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Your face froze on the for the YouTubers though. The video froze.
Okay, my fault. I don't know why my computer's bugging out. Let me turn my monitors on.
No, you're good. We still got you. We can still hear you though. So
Oh yeah, no, straight up. It's just like whenever you're out running around, and tell me if this, like, you know, I'm sure that y'all played like some similar games into some crazy weather too.
Yeah.
You try not to let it phase you too much in the moment. But after, when your adrenaline calms down and your body just tries to relax, you're just like, man, it's cold as hell.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember after practice for that game, I was walking to my truck and I had water, and I had like, you know, some water, you know, I was drinking water. I had some water in my beard. I had icicles from my beard. It just hanging off. And I'm just walking like just 100 feet to my truck.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just,
oh man. No, thankfully we haven't played in anything that crazy, but the Texas event is the coldest one that I can remember. You remember that one, Marsh? I think it was definitely below freezing. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was
2006, cold. I think. Yeah, it was it was insane. That was the ice bowl.
How cold was it?
I don't know that what it was.
Close to where you were at.
I want to say it was like 36. I mean, it wasn't snowing, but maybe it was colder. I don't know. There was ice on the ground. I know that. You know,
it was below freezing.
Cold.
Yeah. It was very cold. Yeah.
All right.
But not -15.
Yeah, but you guys.
No, not negative.
You guys have like heaters under the grass and stuff, and on field level. You know, you're over here making out like it's all bad.
Oh no! I didn't see. That's hold on 1 second. Hold on. I never said it was all bad. True. I said when your adrenaline's not pumping, you feel everything.
So that's true that you guys have that kind of ground. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it's not that it's a heated field to where you're gonna feel the heat like going through your cleats or whatnot.
No, yeah.
It's just enough heat to not let the field freeze.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like a heated field. We're just like, man.
Yeah, your feet are getting hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do. We do have. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's your feet are like, that's the most painful part of my body when it's cold out. When we have really cold. Oh, we lost them.
Yeah.
We lost them,
We're
ladies
gonna have
and
to
gentlemen.
bring him back in.
All right. Hold up, everybody. I'm sure we can get him back in. Let's see.
Dude, this is crazy.
See. Yeah, I know, right? How dope.
The Packers in the building.
We'll be able to get him back in here in just a sec. Just let me shoot him.
And then just for everybody who's listening, we have a jersey giveaway that we're doing. I'm giving away my personal signed jersey. So you can go to ptg.com and become a member of the PTG fam and possibly win my signed jersey. It's like the 2020 World Cup style.
Yeah, I saw it, dude. That's so sick. That's awesome that you're giving that away, Ty.
Yeah.
Huge thank you for doing that for the PTG members. That's dope. I will also be doing a little jersey giveaway next month, so we're doubling down for you guys. Awesome giveaways nonstop. But dude, Tyler, oh my goodness, my phone was blowing up. It was blowing up, and I'm like, what? Check Doge. It's at 12 cents right now.
No way.
Dogecoin is at 12 cents. It's off the leash, ladies and gentlemen. I'm rich. We're gonna retire here pretty soon. We're gonna be on an island. It's at 13 cents. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
This is
God.
crazy. Oh man.
So what are we doing right now, Marsh?
This has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Whoa.
It's
So
my
for
retirement
people who
fund.
don't
I'm
know,
saving mine.
it's this funny crypto coin that we are having fun with, and it seems to be doing okay today. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's going to the moon, bro.
It's doing great. It's just so awesome when you hold on and believe in something for so long and people make fun of you and then it happens.
Well, I think GameStop's gonna do another push possibly here, huh?
We'll see. Oh, here we go. We got Chris Odom back in the room. One sec. Let's see.
He's ready to rock.
Get him lined up.
Dude, this is nuts.
This is nuts.
Whoa.
Man.
Okay. We're in business now, huh? We can really make the show. We can really make the show grow.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can start becoming supporters of the show with Dogecoin as well.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we need to do. We need to accept Dogecoin. That helps the Dogecoin cause.
There we go.
We need to accept Dogecoin. Let's figure that out, how we could do that.
Start working on that.
All right. I'm going to start accepting Dogecoin and like crypto for any jersey sales and stuff like that.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Why wouldn't you?
Unless the only, and once again, I don't know what I'm talking about, so don't think anything of it, but I don't know what's going to happen in any regard of it. So it's all, no matter what, it's kind of a gamble, because there's so many variables that we can't account for.
For sure. Yeah. Well, it's definitely a gamble. But I believe in the future, and I believe in Elon Musk.
Yes, definitely.
I
know you got the Tesla, buddy.
Dude, I believe in the man. Yep.
He doesn't drive anymore. He just floats around.
Yeah, it's funny. These Tesla contracts that I got this morning paid for my next 4 payments too. Tesla's just the best. It's the best ever.
There we go. We got him. We got him back.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I know. I'm working on it. We're trying to get this thing back on.
We got your audio.
And...
So that's perfect.
All right, there we go.
My man.
Awesome. All right, he's
we
back
were
and
just
looking
talking
good.
about,
And you've got the mood lights on, bro. Look at this. You got you changed the setting. You shifted the camera over a little bit. We got shutters in the background. Look at that, dude. Looking fancy, bro.
Man. Come on, man.
Just put some put some Marvin Gaye on, and you're gonna be having yourself a night.
Man, come on, man. I noticed in my background, I was like,
my
light's on. My lamp is, but my light's not. You know what? Oh, you know what? I just have my. Okay, there we go. All right,
nice,
my man. So I think
guys set the mood, guys set the vibe, man.
There we go.
Especially for streaming sometimes. So like, just have the right vibe.
Everybody, tune in. You got to come check this out on our YouTube, Play the Game podcast. Check it out over there. And I think we were just talking about how your feet were on fire because the fields were heated and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, fire, right?
Yeah.
No, it was just enough for the field not to freeze, but like we have like stuff to keep us warm. Like we got the big jackets to put over our shoulder pads with the hood for our helmets. We got heated benches and whatnot. And we have a chicken broth. We have chicken broth like in like a I want to say like a cooler, but like a huge thermos for all of us. Like, so we have like all the heat on the outside, and then we have heaters on the side from left and right, sometimes burning the grass or turf. And then, so we got the heat on the outside, keeping us warm, but then you have the chicken broth who's just like hot as hell to keep you like on the insides, warm
and charged up too, give you some nutrients.
Straight up. So we have like little stuff like that, and then Tiger Bomb.
Yep.
Have y'all ever used it?
Oh, we have. Yeah, of course. I've used Tiger Bomb.
We actually have this CBD that we use. That's kind of like what we've been using.
Does it warm up like Tiger Bomb, or is it like icy hot ish?
It's more. I don't know.
It's more like
kinda,
Icy Hot, the heel brand
Yeah.
one is. Yeah, but
Mhm.
I do know what you mean. I have used the Tiger Bomb. There's this other one too that's from Brazil that Tyler, remember Shiloh
Yeah.
from the Iron Man? He used to
Mhm.
always bring it. I forgot what it was called. It was for, I think it was like originally for horses, but it would
Mm.
you would feel warmth. You would feel warmth.
I'll
I think
bet,
it's
dude.
probably
If it's
something
meant for a
similar.
horse, it's
Yeah.
probably, yeah, you're gonna be on fire. You're like, ah.
All right, let me tell you something. When you use Tiger Balm, make sure you use like some alcohol or whatever it is. You get that off because it will
Mm.
stay on even after you take a shower and
Oh,
like
yeah.
and all that. So when you think that you're all clean and like you got
Oh,
all like all
no.
this stuff that no,
You're bad. It's all bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, man. Oh God, that
Yeah, it's
my
a nightmare. It's a
Oh,
nightmare.
oh my God, that thing was on fire. I was going home and I'm just like, this is still burning, man.
Take me to the
It's just
hospital.
hey, I was just like, I
Yeah.
was just making fish like,
Yeah. For real, that stuff's no joke, dude. And that's some good advice. Keep a little bit of rubbing alcohol and make sure that you know what your Tiger Bomb's doing because it'll
all right.
attack.
Mhm.
The
I
Tiger
told,
Bomb will
yeah,
attack.
I was with my parents after dinner. We went to go eat. I'm making all the fish, just like, I was like, boy, what's wrong with you? I was like, it was like Tiger Bomb. My dad's just like, yep, that'll do it.
Dude, that's hilarious, man.
No, straight up.
How long did you play with the Packers for?
I played all 2017 season, and then they released me after cut downs, which was right before the season in 2018.
Dude, that's
So
legendary, man.
Yeah, so one full year with a preseason there. The next year.
What was it
And
like
then,
playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta ask. So playing with like Aaron Rodgers and Clay Matthews was on the team at that time too, wasn't he?
Yep, me and Clay were in the same room.
Oh, okay.
It was
Monster.
yeah, it was in the moment you just like whenever I got there, I'm just like, that's really Aaron Rodgers right over there.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
and just whatnot. But like but you kind of when you're teammates or you work under the same building, you kind of I don't want to say you don't look at him as like that guy that everyone sees. You don't
Okay.
see him as like the greatest and like you don't fall into the awe that
Like
everyone
equals.
puts him on. Like no, you look at him as like teammates, as like
Mhm.
I didn't see them as like I was afraid to go up and talk to him. I just saw him like, yeah, I was like he was my teammate. So when they asked like how's Aaron Rodgers, it's like, I mean, like, he was cool. It was funny practicing against him. It was that was
Yeah, talk to us about that.
oh man. So I'm a rookie.
Mhm.
Getting practice reps and third downs against Aaron Rodgers. This when I
That's
started
crazy.
this is when I started picking up mannerisms and tendencies. So he knows I'm a rookie. He knows everybody on the defense, who's new, who's not, who's been there, who knows him and who doesn't. And this man has a cadence. It gets me to false start so many times because I just got there. I haven't figured it all out yet. I got a lot going on through my mind, playbook, position, all that. I'm not even thinking about his man because he's my teammate. Like, why would I I'm just like, why would I like need to like pick up on that? But then again, I'm glad I finally did something because he was just making me look just dumb at practice because he would just go through his cadence and just give me the false start, and then he would just do this like this little smirk, and then he would just point. He's just like, hey, I got you. hey, and then we all right. So run it back. I jump off sides, replay the down, go back again. I think he's gonna go through it cadence again. Okay, first time I don't bite. He goes through it again. He got me again. He's like, hey, see
The smirk.
Hey, no, he would just point like this and say, hey. He's like, hey, that's twice.
I love it.
No, yeah, and then like one other time I was patient enough. It's like, you know what, he ain't about to give me a third time. No, I refuse. And then like he would just start. He was like said hut, and it's just I was just like,
not
nope,
today, buddy.
and I was down in my stance, like, nope, not today, nope, not this time. And he was just like, you know what? Timeout.
He called time.
Yeah, he just called timeout, and then next thing you know, next play, he goes on one. I'm laid off the ball. They get it's practice, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
of course.
It's just like it is what it is. But you know what? That man is definitely he's definitely one of the best
Absolutely.
to ever do it. Yeah.
And what was
did
what
he
was
ever?
Clay
Did he
Matthews?
ever?
Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did he ever drop any gems on you, like Aaron tell you anything that like words of wisdom or anything like that, or is pretty much just like business? You do you, I do me, and
I'd say it's more business.
Yeah,
because he's not like you. It's not like you should be too intimidated. Like he's intimidated. Like you should be too good to talk to. It's not even like that. It was just like it was just come in there and just
we're pros.
Yeah, it was more like that.
Of course,
heard that for
Absolutely.
sure. What was Clay Matthews like? I mean, dude's a beast. I think most of the public probably.
He's an animal.
Yeah, he's an animal out there. Curious.
Clay. Yeah, Clay. He's definitely experienced. And he was great. He was good. He's definitely been through he's seen it all. From good tackles, bad tackles, the 1 percenters, like the top tier against the top tier. He's been top tier. So I took I just like try to pick his brain a little bit, just like to give me insight on stuff that like I wouldn't see from a perspective that he saw. He sees it from experience. I see it from like what else could it potentially be, or what else I could do. So he would help if you asked. If you go up and ask him, he'll go out, he'll help you out. But you got to ask, because but just like quite a bit of people, how will someone know if you need help unless you ask?
Of course. Yeah, that's
100%.
right.
Yeah, that's something we say a lot when we're out at clinics, and our job is to teach. And even then, it's like, hey, ask questions, because there's only so much that we are going to be able to go through that we have planned and already organized. Asking questions is the best way to get information. If you want to learn something, you want to know something, just ask. It's
straight up. But also but also sometimes, because I've been on both sides, as in like person just trying to like help someone like in high school or junior high or whatnot, and then and then being the other person on the other side learning from the pros. Sometimes you don't have a question to ask because you don't know what to ask.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to listen. You just have to listen and to think about how you would play things out, and then you could have a question. But sometimes, like we want people to ask questions so we could help them to the best of our abilities. But also sometimes from the person that needs to ask, they don't know what to ask.
Sure.
Maybe it's something that they haven't really thought about, or they don't think of it from that perspective, like how I talk about football or how y'all talk about paintball. They don't necessarily see it the way y'all do or I do.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we're processing it a lot differently. Like we automatically are thinking in this mind frame, so it's hard to step out of that and see it from those really like infantile perspectives, of like the building blocks and all the really important stuff. But yeah, it's so important, like you said, to just listen, be a really good listener, because 9 times out of 10 you'll answer the question by just listening, by just being hyper observant. I think that maybe some people might ask questions too much instead of listening,
and then they get overwhelmed, and then they don't process the information thoroughly.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. So that's tremendous advice that you gave, dude. Just like really listen and take your intuition, mix it up, listen to what they're saying, and try to put it all together. Then you can have like a really good question. Probably you'll be able to cook it up on your own and work through those. But listening is half the battle there.
No, straight up. Or you might simply answer someone's question just by what you said, what they wanted to ask, you answered before they could even ask it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so you have all that coming in. But yeah, if you definitely have a question, definitely ask it so we know that, like,
Yeah.
if we got an answer, we help you out.
Yeah.
Chris, real quick, I heard you say he was in your room. Did you guys share rooms? And yeah, if you don't want to answer any of these questions, I'm just I'm curious how professional football teams like pick, if you guys choose your roommate or if they like pick for you for teams.
Oh, no. It's not living.
Oh, okay.
Not living.
Gotcha.
Meeting
Ah.
room. We were in the
I see,
same
I see,
meeting
I see.
room.
Gotcha. Do you guys have your own
They were
hotel
crunching
rooms
all
when
the
you-
numbers.
when you drop? You guys ball?
So most of the vets, the vested guys do have their own room, because, like, if they're vested, they could have a say so if they want a roommate or
Gotcha.
if they don't. For me, I for when I was at Green Bay and Atlanta, I always had a roommate. But when I was in Washington, I had my own.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to talk about Washington too and how that came to fruition. And so I would imagine after the Packers, that was when something happened and you headed to Washington.
Yeah, in 2018, after I got released, I flew in for workouts for Cleveland, for Seattle, and the Colts. And then the Alliance League, the AAF was gonna a startup league, a secondary league was coming in, and then that was an opportunity for me. And they just said, like, hey, if you want, we got an offer right here for you. The Salt Lake Stallions were actually the ones who they go by allocation, so they divide up the teams by the teams in the Alliance League. Like, hey, if these guys get cut from this team and they don't get picked up, this team has the rights. So I was allocated to the Salt Lake Stallions.
One of the best names ever, by the way.
Right.
Shout out to the Stallions.
Right. And then so after that, no more workouts, no more calls. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna just sign the contract to the Alliance League. So I go to this. I go to the AAF and play that for as long as it was before it closed down. And went out there, get some fresh tape, because in this industry, it's very easy to get faded out or washed out. Because, like, there's always going to be new guys in the draft. There's always going to be someone younger, someone cheaper. So you got to keep film out there, just showing that, so you can stay relevant.
Of course.
So I went in there. Yeah. So I went in there, did that until April. 2 weeks later, I work out with Atlanta. Same boss, same coach, Dan Quinn. And then I work out with there. I know what he wants. I know what he sees in guys. I was like, I'm not worried about any of these guys. I'm also working out with, because I'm working out with 4 other guys for the exact same position. I was like, but you know what? I've already been to Atlanta. I know what he wants. I know what he's looking for. So I'm gonna just do that, take care of that, and I'm just gonna take care of business. So after that, then out of the workout, pull me aside, want to sign me. So I did. Now I'm back in Atlanta. Then, except I'm playing a position I haven't played before on top of the one that I did play before, and then go through another preseason, and then I get cut again, and then waiver wire, picked up by Washington, and 2 teams that, like, and then that was one of the teams that, like, we talked about, like, a team that hasn't reached out to you prior to the draft or ever. Out of all 32, the teams that hasn't spoken a word to you, not said a word. My dad always said, watch that be the team that give you a call. And Washington was one of those teams. So they picked me up. Or no, they didn't pick me up for the active roster. I'm sorry. They picked me up for the practice squad. So I went to I got picked up for the practice squad. Then I was there for 5 weeks, and then I was released, and then I was then I didn't have a job. Then I was jobless for 6 weeks. And actually, I was in San Diego having dinner with my girlfriend and her family in Cali, and I was at the dinner table. My phone was on the charger, and she was just like, and she just all of a sudden goes, "It's like, babe, Washington wants to re-sign you." I said, "Babe, no, they don't. If they did, they would have called me." It's like, babe, there's like they want to re-sign you. Go check your phone. So I go check my phone. I got like 20 missed calls from my brother, from a random number, from my mom, my dad, and my brother.
Holy
Everyone's
smokes.
trying. They made sure that they tracked me down, which led to calling my girlfriend to tell me at the table that they were trying to resign me. I was like, well, how fast can you get? I was like, well, how fast can you get here? I was like, well, if you put me on a flight right now, I'll go back to Texas, grab my stuff, and I'll be out first thing in the morning. And that's exactly what happened. I got my food, packed up my bags, went back to Texas, got everything I needed, my cleats, my gloves. And then next thing you know, I'm going right back to Washington for practice squad. And then a week later, after getting back there, I was able to be activated to the active roster.
There we go.
And then I was active. And then I was active for 5 weeks until the end of the season.
And do they take care of you on the practice squad as well? They give you some money to take care of you, right?
Oh, I mean, you still get paid.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No, you still get paid. But like since I was not a rookie, they took care of like the hotels for a week, and then after that, I had to find a place of my own. To be honest, I Airbnb.
Yeah, there we go.
Because I Airbnb because the season was coming to an end, and I didn't want to get tied into all those rental agreements then owe money if I leave. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this or do hotel living until then. That way, I'm not obligated to pay anybody anything more when I leave.
Smart.
And so your family. Sorry, I was just gonna. You have family in San Diego, or your wife's family's from out in Cali?
My girlfriend's from San Diego, so nice. I'm always that's where
we're gonna have to play paintball, man. Let's go.
But all right, so how up to date with y'all on Marky's Instagram?
I was gonna ask you about that.
Because I was out there last month playing with Team Narcos.
Yep.
Okay. And I first went out to Ambush to play with a couple guys from Narcos, like Music Man and a couple other guys. Then I was playing with like Twan and Marky and Quit and Danny and all those guys. First of all, HK Media Team, the ballers. Don't take them lightly. They know how to play. So I'm gonna just let that
let that breathe there.
Yeah. So I mean, we go out there and then we play. We have a good time. We just play airball, rec, some little speedball. It's kind of a small speedball field, but we still play. Then I go out to Camp P, Oceanside, next Sunday with Narcos. And honestly, I could have had a better time. Just like a little stuff happened. Like I have the pro flexes and my ear started coming apart, so my mask started separating. My hopper had like a little plastic coming on, so it wasn't feeding properly. The battery in my gun went down. So a lot of little stuff just hit me at once when I was at Camp P that I wish I could have had a better time and focused more on playing with Narcos, and instead of like having all those little stuff to kind of take that away. I still had a good time with those guys, but I wish that I could have gotten more spins with them than I did.
It's like going snowboarding and your bindings are falling apart, or like your boots are all loose, or it's just like you still have fun going down the mountain, but it would have been I wouldn't have ate it. Yeah, I wouldn't have ate it or like got shot or these kind of things that happen if the equipment is huge. Absolutely, in paintball. And that's why you buy Field One and buy HK. You know what I'm saying? All day.
straight up.
No, but HK is the best, dude. Marky, that's my dog for life. Just always taking care of the people and just having fun, man. Like really, really having fun, genuinely having a good time. And he's done so much for the paintball scene. And they make really good stuff and stylistic, and the media is just popping. Yeah.
They by far are the best content creators in the paintball industry, and if not better than most companies. Like they will travel just to create content. And Marky, saw that I played paintball and just like just gave me what I needed to like to get back into playing, and just keeping that relationship alive has definitely like been able to like to plug me into guys, well, like yourselves, who want to promote paintball and get to know players. And because we know anyone can play paintball, from peoples from all walks of life, who all different backgrounds and perspectives. So he has definitely done that for me. We always have a good time whether if it's we always just talk shit to each other and whatnot, like over social media. Like he's always saying, "It's like, I bunker Chris. You better." I was like, "Put on the tape." No, you didn't.
Put on the
But
tape.
it was put on the tape. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Don't be doing. No, but I mean, but we
You
just
have
be having,
fun, man. Yeah.
But exactly to what you just said. Like whenever, like he just promotes on just having a good time playing paintball, and that's all. And that's all we do whenever we meet up. We always just give each other crap and whatnot, and we just having a good time playing paintball. And all the guys that work with him, from Danny and Quit and everybody at the, HQ,
Best videographers ever. Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Amazing.
And, actually those guys have helped me be better, be a better content creator, whether photography and video. So they've helped me on that aspect, not just paintball. So they've helped me in other ways than just playing paintball on the weekends. So
which is so important right now in this day and age,
facts. So I definitely appreciate them for that, on just not just helping me out on just one thing, but on multiple things.
Yeah, that's amazing. Shout out to the HK Army. They're just the best people ever over there.
Yeah, a lot of love for HK.
Straight up, no doubt.
They show us a tremendous amount of support, and they're so good for paintball, because exactly what you said, the type of media they bring, the attention they bring to the sport. I think their video, the World Cup video of Dynasty, is like the most watched paintball video ever. It has an insane amount of views. You didn't get to meet Cassidy. Cassidy was their old videographer. Yeah. He was dynamite. Kwitsky is really good too, but you know, if it's like you have Jordan and then Kobe, kind of like that, 1A, 1B. But
hey, still great.
Yeah,
still
exactly.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
HK has always been at the absolute forefront. So,
I miss Cassidy so much too, man.
I know, man. God. I know, 100%. He
Such
still, he drops in every now and then, tries to give us some advice for PTG on how we can, do some of the stuff better. So we appreciate that. But Chris, when what's going to happen when you go up to Canada to play in the Canadian Football League? Are you going to still play paintball? What's that going to look like?
So I don't want to get out of the game. Because I enjoy playing it, but obviously business first. Sure, exactly. I gotta take care of business first. So
that's your money maker.
I would say I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm prioritizing.
Of course. Absolutely. Yep. No, you got to take care of your all-star player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So football is my main priority, but I'm not done playing paintball.
By no means. Yeah.
No. So that's, and I knew that as I leave like in May for Calgary, I know that the deadline is coming, which is why I put so much time into the weekends playing paintball, because I've been training for like a year plus, 4 to 5 times a week, football drills, working out, lifting, running. I'm not really playing football because I can't can't actually play football to the level that I play on a regular basis without actually being on the field with a team.
Right.
But I can be competitive at paintball. Yeah. And I can play that every single weekend.
Absolutely.
Which is like what I've been doing. So it has been a good outlet to put my competitiveness towards something. And then another thing to also work to be good at something. And also it's been great networking for like to be like on like this podcast, talking to y'all, or whether if it's Danny and Quit helping me out with like content creating, and then like because it just goes, like I said, paintball, it comes with people from all walks of life, from all different backgrounds, so you never know who you're gonna meet just by just playing a point with somebody. So I've liked it from that perspective, and that's just one of the reasons why I love the game.
I know Marcelo will attest to this, but that's one of the greatest things about paintball is you literally have people from around the world that all are mixing and mingling, and it's just the best time to have some fun and meet cool people and play this rad game. This living chess game that we get to run around and be big kids and like live laser tag or whatever. It's just a golden time, the best.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And I encourage anyone that hasn't played to get out and play, as we as a country, as we continue to get back on our feet during these tough times. I encourage people to get out and be active. Just to get out, just be
Totally.
outside, because I think that during this pandemic it's made it's kind of being socially awkward when you go out in public. Like we're like, okay, if you have an open personality, as in you are not afraid to go say hi to anybody, or like you just say, hey, how are you, and whatnot. Now when you go say the same thing, it's just like, oh, hi. It's just it's just socially awkward. It's just I think that's where the pandemic just really just made it complicated, just to be social, not even to like, and that's just talking to people. That's just talking.
Totally.
And then that's just one of the things. So I
That's
encourage people to
with paintball, we always talk about this. We're like, it's kind of crazy how it kind of fell into our lap with the way that everything is. Like, we are socially distanced. We have, our paintball mask on. It kind of like ties into, what's been going on, to where more people are able to get outside and have a way of getting that sunlight, getting that community, having some fun through paintball. It's like one of the best things you can do right now with everything that's going on. And it's just so good for community. Like you were saying, Chris, it is the best thing for community, because you just have so many amazing people from every walk of life out there, and they all just want to have fun and get some fresh air and feel like we're normal humans again, and like not have to, just be living the crazy way that we've had to live. And of course we're being safe and doing everything we have to, but people want to get outside and breathe some fresh air and run around and have some fun.
I know, straight up. And people
Yeah.
need that mental relief of isolating and all that. So they need that, because like this pandemic and isolation has definitely put a mental strain on all of us, not just physically, but I think probably even more mentally, just because we know what's out there, we know what is going on throughout throughout the world right now. But I think that mental health is at a all-time rise, and it's definitely so important right now as we live through these tough times and getting back on our feet. So if you do have, if anyone is going through like a mental struggle, I just encourage us to talk to somebody. I think I think there's enough people out there that are willing to listen. We all want to like help each other, like because I mean, I don't like seeing people like going through something mentally if you could have helped them out just by a simple conversation, like hey, like, are you good, you okay, what's going on. A simple conversation might just help someone keep their sanity from just losing their mind.
Genuine words, man, they're life-changing. Like, and you can feel it from the heart when someone's talking to you from the heart. And we need more of that. We need that genuine communication where we're all checking up on each other. This is a community. We're a part of this together. This is, that's why we say this show is for the culture of paintball, and for, like just building a community that we can be happy with, that we can pass to our children. and, you know, a world that our children will be proud to inherit. That's what we want to build, you know, and that's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, and Marcel, do you have kids at all?
I don't. Mm-mm.
You so, but Tyler, how many do you have?
Two boys, and then I told the doctor, I'm good, buddy. Let's I said, we
So
good here.
so you get that you only want to try to make the world a better place whenever your kids grow up, because you know how cruel the world can be, you just know how ugly it can get. So you just try to do your part to make it easier for them to live a happy life, because you want to do everything in your power to make their life easier for them, so they don't have to see the ugly, or at least like not too much, to where, or and help them be and set up to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is also teaching them how to navigate the ugly, because unfortunately, I believe the ugly will be inevitable.
It will.
You know, and you raise them, and this is coming from the guy who doesn't have kids, but it's just kind of how my dad raised me. You know, you teach them.
Your dad is the best dude ever. So
legendary, man, Papa T.
Yeah.
Will live forever. But
Absolutely.
you know, it's you raise your kids in a way that you want the world to look, right? That is your contribution to changing the world. I think parents you know, have a big responsibility, and so much of that goes overlooked for sure. A lot of parents fall short with being there for their kids, teaching them the right lessons, spending time with their kids, and showing them enough love. You know, I think that's where a lot of the issues come from. So it's people like both of you. You know, I know Tyler's an amazing father. Chris, from what it sounds like, you are as well. And so I'm sure both your kids are going to grow up and share that love with the world as well. And so if we can continue to do that over and over, you do end up making the world a better place.
But you know what, Marcel, you will be too, because you already understand that before you even have a child. So you will be, and for that, by keeping that mindset, I know you'll be a great dad.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
And he's like the father of paintball. This dude's taking care of so many kids. I love
it, man. I love it.
He's got like a whole barrage of up and coming stunners that he's raising and having fun with that, you know.
Dude, we had
straight up.
I got to give young Ben Ben Sloffer, Slofer. I always say his last name wrong. I feel so bad. Poor kid. He's corrected me so many times that it gets in my head now, and I'm like, wait, which one is it? Because it goes back and forth. 16 years old. My wrecking crew team was playing in a tournament in the elite division out in New Jersey this last weekend, so I was there to coach them. And there were other pros and semi-pro teams that we were playing against. This is a Division III team, right? So we had some D4 players, some D3 players. This kid's 16 years old, flies into play with us for the first time and just absolutely stunted on people. It was crazy. I put him in the snake the first couple points, and he was kind of struggling a little bit. So I was like, hey, we're going to send you over to the Dorito side. Send him to the Dorito side. I'm not kidding. The first point over there, all of a sudden I'm watching 10 seconds into the game. I just see a bomb go off on the other team's side. Players are just walking off. I'm like, what's going on? Ben's like in their Dorito rap shooting people, goes down, gets a 5-pack. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is nuts. But it's cool to see the youngsters coming up, man, because they're chasing their dreams right now. They're working hard. Shout out to Colton as well. He was out there playing against the pros, doing a phenomenal job. And so I love working with the younger kids in the game, because I remember when I was young, I had people that I looked up to, and the things they said to me and the way they interacted with me left a very lasting impression on who I was as a person, not just what I did in the game of paintball, but the type of person I was, how I treated others, how I approached anything in my life. Right. So to me, I feel a big responsibility as a professional paintball player, in our little role. I feel a big responsibility to use that path or use that platform in the right way.
I wouldn't even say it's a little role, bro. You're still a professional. You still know what it means. You know what it means to be good at something.
Sure.
Like we talked about, like, what does being a professional mean, regardless of what sport it is. Like, y'all know, y'all been pros for a while now. Y'all get it. Y'all understand that. Yeah. So the industry compared to other sports might be small.
Sure.
But y'all are still professionals.
Sure. Absolutely.
And the impact is still tremendous. The lives changed. It may not be as much as the bigger sports, but lives are still, we're changing a lot of lives through paintball,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That brings me to a very important question, Chris. This was from Alex Frazier himself. You familiar with Alex Frazier, our teammate?
Fresh
No.
eggs.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
yeah, fresh
I
eggs.
know of. Yeah, I know
Okay.
of him.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
man, the myth, dude. This is
Yeah.
the triple OG. We told him we
Yeah.
were having you on the show, and he's like, "Oh, all right, you got to ask him." And I don't know if you happen to listen to our episode with him, but he thinks that you don't need to work out to be good at paintball. You don't need to go to the gym to be good at paintball.
Look at his face.
For the
Watch the
listeners,
YouTube.
for the listeners right here, Chris is rolling his eyes, taking a sip of his drink, trying to figure out how he's going to respond without dissing Alex too hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Chalk it up, Eggman.
We got him.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. What's your response to that?
Well,
Well, yeah.
that you don't need a workout to be good at paintball.
Hmm.
I 100% do not agree with that statement whatsoever.
At the
Soundbite.
highest level, especially to be top tier, no way. You gotta be moving those. You gotta be moving those legs, moving those arms, and getting the work.
Yeah, and how come?
Because, man, like in paintball, you are gonna be in a lot of uncomfortable positions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Reaction.
So true.
Yeah, reaction, quickness, covering ground, flexibility, holding those uncomfortable positions.
Mm-hmm.
And this is and we're not even talking about mental fitness. We're just talking about physical fitness.
Yes, thank you for mentioning.
So, because, all right, so it's all about timing. Okay, so let's just say you're on the start box, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the 10-second countdown every beat. First of all, I'm a defensive player, so I live off a cadence.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that paintball is telling me when the game is about to start is gold to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I have to go based off anticipation anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that the buzzer is telling me when the game's about to start is everything to me.
Totally.
So that's just taking the situation I'm given and making the best of it. But covering ground, first step to get out of the shot, or getting a couple balls like straight down the middle before you clear the line of fire. It's all relative. And
Totally.
obviously working out, you build your immune system, build your strength, and obviously like it would just help with later down the road, like in life. But in paintball, I 100% disagree, because like you're gonna like don't you run to a bunker
It's
off
so
rip?
tiring.
Don't you dive? Or how many times are you just like having your knees into a bunker just so you can lean back and just snap out to one side, or for those like or the snake players and the cans, like don't you have both knees on your ground and you got your chest over your legs into your chest, and you have to pop up, snap up, and be right down. All those uncomfortable positions goes right into fitness. So to say that you don't need fitness to play paintball, I 100% disagree. If not, it only helps you be faster, quicker, and be comfortable in uncomfortable positions.
That's everything. And you're so right. Dude.
Bingo.
Paintball, boom, drop the mic. Paintball,
my man.
Paintball is tiring, man. And if you're not putting in that extra work, and I know Alex is working out too. This guy is not working out. He's riding his bike.
He's going against what he already said.
I asked him today. I don't think he is.
is.
I asked him today. I was like, dude, so you looked quick in that video, because there was a little video on Instagram and he looked pretty good. I was like, Eggman, you look good, dude. And I was like, what have you been doing? You been riding your bike? He's like, no, actually, the bike's in the shop. And I'm like, so been running? He's like, I've been resting. I don't believe him though. I agree with you. I think he's low key doing some.
He's doing
some hill
something.
walks
That's
or
just
something.
that's just how he is.
Yeah.
And honestly, what I see the best training for paintball just from like just playing like just a little bit, I just say plyometrics.
Yeah,
like body weight training, kettlebell training, free weights, and then like you could obviously work on your starts, cover it, like work on covering ground, because like obviously pros break down pros break down no wasted movement, no wasted steps, and being faster than the other guy doing it.
That's right.
But like I said, it goes back to my point. Not everyone sees the game like how we do, or they don't value that or because they don't see it as it being relative to them.
Yeah.
But really it is, because that split second reaction could be one ball in the air going downfield, then somebody else shooting you. So it's all relative.
And beating them to the line too, like being the first guy to my spot, and then I have the wire now, and then that little split second of me getting the wire over you is everything. Now I'm in control of the game. I have the paint in the air.
No, straight up.
Huge.
So like I 100% disagree that you don't need fitness.
Let's go.
You don't need fitness for paintball. Obviously, there are guys out there that don't work out, that just play paintball. So I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
you
not
can.
saying, you can.
Sure,
but I would
anything.
say, you can do anything you want, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot, especially after like how long does like a normal tournament I'm assuming it's a Saturday. So what time is the first point to the last point? And this is assuming you make it to day 2.
Oh, we're playing for days prior to. So by the time we get to Sunday, we've probably played 5 straight days of paintball, or just about.
We'll practice on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the tournament will start Friday, always. World Cup, the tournament actually starts on Thursday. So that was five straight days, but mostly the tournaments will start Friday. You'll play Friday, Saturday, and if you make it on, you'll play Sunday.
Yeah, it's tiring. And if you're not working out,
points a match,
your legs are falling off by Sunday,
Right. So you need that strength and endurance to help you keep going, so you don't hurt yourself while taxing your body like as y'all do. Oh, yeah. It's all because okay, so I don't believe that, because if you don't, what if you like you hurt yourself, you injure yourself, however long you're out, but if you dislocated your shoulder or rolled your ankle, broke your ankle. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody, but that could have been prevented, or you'll never know it could have been prevented if you just worked out and trained. Let's just say you don't even train for paintball. Like fitness in general is just good for your overall health, and during these tough times, we need a strong immune system just to fight and survive in these tough times now. So don't look at working out like you just want to work out for paintball, but just for your general overall well-being.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need some transfuse too. Don't forget, we'll drop that in there as well.
Hey, favorite flavors.
Oh, man. Watermelon lime, you already know.
Yeah, I'm tied up now. I'm in between the tropical and the blueberry. I'm feeling both of them. Yeah.
So we're talking all 3 flavors, and we don't know which one the best is?
I mean, the tropical was my first one. Yeah.
Shameless plug to transfuse.
I'm steady watermelon lime. It looked like you're about to pull out a transfuse box.
I think he's got some.
It looked like
he's got a box. He's got the tropical bliss.
The tropical bliss transfuse. I'm already. I already know.
Bro, I got the watermelon lime in here right now, dude. Keeping me laced.
It's legitimately I don't know how we were even playing paintball without it before. It's a game changer.
It does, because man, especially down here in Texas, it's only getting hot. You need the fluids to keep on playing, because man, for our practice, we're guns up at 9:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, and we keep playing till 3. Obviously, I'm sure y'all practice longer than that, but like divisional players, we need those fluids, and it's only getting hotter out here. So we're only burning off and sweating out all these fluids and calories and carbs. So we need to put that back in our body so we can keep on pushing, because we still got to practice.
That's it.
So I've definitely been incorporated. I've been incorporated transfuse into my workouts, and awesome. It's definitely helped me replenish and just keep on driving as my workouts are only getting tougher, getting closer to my departure date. Yep. So I've definitely felt a difference into my workout, as far as my muscles are able to just keep on firing longer.
We got to get you linked up and get you dialed in with Transfuse and get you sponsored or something, man, and take that fire up to Canada, show them what it's about.
I'm already ahead of you, bro.
Hey, let's go.
Steven. I know
There
Steven.
we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
all right.
no, yeah, no. No,
Perfect.
I know Steven, like, and, you know, he's
Good.
definitely been, generous to supply me with like transfuse to incorporate
Perfect.
into my practice and into my workout. So,
Yeah.
shout out to Steve, transfuse.
He's
I
the man.
definitely, yeah,
Yeah,
he is, and I definitely appreciate him for that.
for sure. He's been
Awesome.
great. He's been just all around great dude. I mean, obviously we work with him on the show, but just even if we weren't, we would still hang out because he's just an awesome guy. He's a
No, he
great
does.
guy.
Like, I even play Warzone with him like all the time. Like, he's just like,
Yeah.
he's just a homie. Like,
Chill. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
real chill, real not
Mhm.
easy to talk to, cool dude.
Yeah. Love it, man.
Absolutely. All right, Ty. Let's see, man. You got any other questions? Do the supporters have any questions?
I have a question, and this is my last question, is just as you know, as a defensive end and changing and having to learn all these different positions and juggling that, how you choose to process the information. I don't know if there's a book or any like insight into, processing and just making good decisions on the paintball field and on the football field, and how you navigate, doing that.
Are you meaning like just like differentiating it?
Yeah, and like probably like we were talking about, asking good questions with your teammates and making sure that, as you as a player, you're on the same page with everybody so that you can make good decisions out there.
Uh, okay. So to start, the dumbest question is the one you don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if you're asking someone who is experienced in football or paintball,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to differentiate like how you ask a question, kind of elaborate and like walk them through what you're thinking in a certain situation so someone can understand what you're thinking in that situation. So
Yeah.
let's just say someone like asked you a question about like how to be a back player or a snake runner or something that like you are well experienced in and you want to help them out, but they ask a question you don't know what they mean. I was like, okay, well, let me just like play through a scenario. I'm telling you why I'm going here, what I'm thinking based on what I see. This is what I'm thinking. Should I be thinking that
Mm-hmm.
or should I not be? That helps you, and that helps you help me, because you might not understand how I worded a question.
Mm-hmm.
But just kind of just break it down into ways people understand. Because I know
Yeah.
sometimes people can ask questions, but they word it in a way to where you're just kind of like confused
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. But the best way that I could that I could say is just like just sometimes you just have to dumb it down. Not don't I don't mean dumb it down to like saying to insult anyone, as in they don't understand you, but they just don't understand what you're asking. So just like simplify it, walk them through what you're thinking or through a situation, what you're thinking and why you're thinking it.
Yeah, and being a good teammate, that's what it's all about, because we're all there. It's team paintball or it's team football. Obviously, if you're going heads up with somebody, you're not going to be helping them. But for the most part, the people that you're talking to are part of your organization, and we're just trying to be good teammates and build this thing up.
Oh, facts. Because like
Yeah.
if you and Marcelo are like on the same side,
Mhm.
you and y'all been playing, like how long have y'all been teammates together?
For 6 years now, 6 or 7.
6 years on
So y'all
Dynasty,
have
and we've done it in the past before too.
Yeah.
So yeah, 7 or 8 total years,
so
9.
six years, so 6 years minimum
Mhm.
that y'all have that understanding of each other's play style and way of thinking.
Yeah.
So could you say that you roughly could know what he's about to do before he does it, vice versa?
Completely.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. Yeah. Yeah.
So y'all have that chemistry already established.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And all it does, and it takes time, simple conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and reps on reps on reps
Yeah.
to build to build that chemistry. And when you have that chemistry, man, that's lethal.
It
Team
is.
chemistry is like lethal, because like you trust your bros on like
Mhm.
what he's thinking. He knows what you're thinking, so therefore y'all can come up with the perfect plan to execute. If he's
Yeah.
about to make a bump, keep him tucked in so he can get there safely. Then he's got the shot, one body, then another, then another, then another. Then
Yeah.
y'all are already on the
Yeah.
track to success at that point.
Got the trophy. Yeah, it's like telepathy almost. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just I would just say just reps, break down a situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to dumb it down so someone can understand,
Mm-hmm.
and just go from there.
Yeah.
And just
Enjoy the
just
process.
enjoy the process and just talk it out.
That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Man, that actually does remind me. I did want to talk to you about this actually with codes, because as a pro football player, I know you guys have a insane amount of codes.
Maybe
when
we probably got a few.
when you first went to Green Bay, that you said you had about a week until the first game. How many different codes did you have to learn within that week?
Yeah, he drops his head. He's like, "This is ridiculous."
Oh my,
unbelievable amount.
Okay. So yeah. So obviously there's not enough time for me to install an entire playbook just because of the way I learn and the way I understand things. A week is not enough time to learn an entire playbook. So you only learn what's in the game plan. So you can't learn the playbook, but you can learn the game plan. You have to learn that game plan and codes. Fronts, obviously they know I was a rookie, so they know I can only do so much because of time. Like a week is not enough time to just get everything fine-tuned down to the minimum. Otherwise you're going to be overthinking. A lot of rookies, the first thing they most of the time always do is going to be overthinking. So learning a new position, learning different codes, learning drops. Oh my, never done it, but obviously there's no excuse. So you just find ways to get it done.
What are drops?
Dropping
into coverage. Man coverage, press, cover 2, cover 3, zone coverage, like all that stuff that I have not had experience doing in the past. I knew of it. It exists in the game, obviously, because I play football. But that stuff normally happens behind me. I'm just going forward.
I see this.
Normally going forward and rushing the quarterback, and that's what I've been always prone on doing, just because of all the situations that I've been in up until that point. But now I have to understand this going on, because there could be potential where I'm that guy dropping into coverage, and I better be the man doing my job, because if not, that could cost us the game, cost us a touchdown, and then I'm just that guy that just didn't do his job when everyone else did. So it is a lot. It is a lot, and honestly, at that point, you just have to know. It helps if you know how you learn and how you differentiate different calls on like different calls in different situations. Like it helps if you understand how you think and how you learn. If you know that, then that can be the biggest tool that can help you. You could tell your coach so he understands on what to teach you. And like if you need help with something. Otherwise, if you don't ask for help and you don't know what you're looking at, it's gonna be overwhelming, overthinking, and you're just gonna play hesitant and reactive, which mean and reaction. It really is like in a way playing slow, because you're moving based on something else that's happening.
Rather than anticipating, of course. Yeah. Exactly. So let's try to put a number on it. You have like 50 codes, 100 codes, 200 codes. I'm getting somewhere with this.
Playbook.
Playbook
wise, or are you talking about like game plan wise? Because obviously we don't throw a whole playbook into one game.
No, just how many
for different
different phrases or pieces of verbiage do you have that mean a certain thing that you have to remember? So
in a sense, you better know everything, because it goes along with chemistry. So you know what everyone else is doing, so you know where the help is and where it's not.
We talking 100, 200, 1,000?
I don't know about 1,000, but easily probably a few hundred different combinations that you could put together. Okay. But in the play calls, there's also a call to tell what front we're in, what
Yeah.
coverage we're playing, and
Mhm.
if there's a blitz.
Mhm.
And a lot of
That
those can
adds
be
to it.
combined into different ways, which
Right.
like let's just say you had like two of each. Well, those might be like 6 things because of 2 of each of those 3 things.
Mhm.
What about the
Right.
combination that goes with that?
Right.
Yeah.
And then you add more play calls, more blitzes, more coverages with that, easily well over 100 different calls.
And
Wow.
codes are important to have in the game, I think. And so I guess my point is, so many teams. How many codes do you guys have on Shut Up, We're Trying?
We're not bunker calls, but codes, right?
Right. Codes.
I'd say probably 20.
20.
Mhm.
See, that's a decent amount actually. I know a
It
lot
is.
of
Yeah.
teams, divisional
Don't
teams
have very
especially,
many.
that don't have very many. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
They've got the G count, the ball count, and that's about it. Like maybe the snake's hot, something like that. I think especially on the paintball field, because the game moves so fast, having codes that your opponents don't understand what you're saying when you get into that mid game and things slow down and you're trying to put something together.
Mhm.
It helps to have a code, and also just a one word that stands out that gives your teammates like a call to action or an understanding of the overall situation, or a formation that's set up on the field that you have dissected in practice. I think we can get so much deeper with our codes. I don't think there's a single pro team right now that is push the limits with codes the way that you can, that would make the game that much more efficient and make your team that much more effective.
Could you say that's because they don't want the guys on their team overthinking?
I don't think you,
Or what would you say
yeah.
the reason is for why
Laziness.
they don't do? Okay.
I think laziness.
Mhm.
I think a lot of it is because I've heard this before when I try to implement more codes. Is if we got paid like NFL players, then we would do that. We don't want to study, and that's a bunch of
That's
baloney.
not the way
I
it
want-
works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I want all the codes because I know it makes you better. I know if right at the gate within
Yeah.
that 5 seconds, if our coach could yell, 3 different things that mean 3 different things like really quick. And actually that's something that does happen, right?
Mhm.
Whether this player is running the deep route to the corner or the up and over to the snake or whatever it might be, we have codes for that.
Mhm.
During the game, there's so many more codes that, 1, it's exhausting to yell on a paintball field. That takes away a lot of your energy. 2, it's hard to hear sometimes. And 3, you don't have a lot of time to get this information across, So like if I want Tyler to attack down that side, I would rather, instead of like saying the whole thing of what I want him to do, I'd rather just be able to say one word to him, and he knows the situation. He knows, okay, they're in snake 1 in the corner. So I'm going to go get into the 50 and shoot those 2 spots, whereas right now, and you talk about the details right now, I think the most that any team has is go attack down that side. So they'll make a code for it, call it killer. So you say killer, that means go attack down that side, but you could take that so many steps further. You say, killer 1, and that means you can get into the 50. They're in the snake 1 and the corner. Or you say killer 2, they're in the snake 1 in the God bunker, which I think we need to change the God bunker too, but maybe we won't even get into that right now.
Yeah.
If definitely, if you implement code words, it will definitely help, because I mean, y'all know when y'all have all the feedback, all the knowledge on where everybody is, who
Totally.
they're shooting at, where the lanes are, that goes right into field awareness. And then who has a shot, or where you could get to and not have a gun on you or paint anywhere. When y'all have all that information, y'all should know who has the shot on who. Y'all know where you can bump. Y'all know where y'all can get the best shot. When you have all the information that you need to make that decision making, it definitely helps. So implementing code words definitely help. I mean, obviously, I always try to continue to work on mine, because as much as you implement code words, sometimes you have to be put in that situation in order to utilize them. Otherwise, you just learn something that you don't know when to apply it. You might have studied it, but it's completely different when you're out there in the fire in the middle of a point. And you just forget it. So you might just be you might be telling Tyler, push down the D side, and let's just say you killer, but you just in the moment, it's like it's all clear.
blanks.
It's just like, hey Tyler, push down the D side.
Yeah.
What did we just talk about? What?
Yeah.
It's like you're still gonna do it, but you're gonna know in the pits after, bro, why didn't you just say killer?
Yeah.
Right.
And
Why
also,
you just like,
the other guys have ears too. They got ears on the other side that are attached to their heads, and they can hear everything you're saying, you know? So you gotta really be thinking about, like Marcella's talking about, and Chris as well, the intricacies of how important the communication is, not only for getting the information quickly and efficiently, but also being kind of elusive. You know, you don't want to give yourself away doing it.
oh, no doubt. Just like
Yeah.
if someone hears that on the other team, it's like, well, I guess Tyler's going down the
Yeah.
B side. Let me just like make sure he doesn't do that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done.
But if they hear killer, there's like, what the hell is
Yeah.
killer?
Exactly.
They're a little scared now, maybe, you know?
Yeah,
They're like-
they go from here. It's like, hey, killer. They're just like,
now they're hiding.
like they were just looking around. What the hell is killer?
Yeah.
And see, now they're playing hesitant and reactive
Mhm.
because they either don't care about what you said, which is
Mhm.
fine because you got something game plan for that anyway, or they're
Mhm.
keeping a head on a swivel and playing hesitant, trying to figure it out what's going on, which will
Yeah.
also work out because the guy they're playing paint on snap out and shoot because he's playing scared, or
Mhm.
he's like just keeping his head on a swivel and he's not playing. So
Yeah.
therefore, you know, y'all are only setting him up and just get him back into a corner.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not playing reactive. You're not playing slow. You're on the pace. You're on the motion, you know?
The
Hey,
the
Chris,
next level into professionalism.
that's it. That's it. And I know, you know, you've been playing for quite a while actually, which is awesome. But is there anything that you've ever wanted to ask, you know, maybe a top level player about the game that you have some questions on intricacies of paintball?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I
Might
think it
have
would be
me.
for like I think a lot of players, like playing the wires is really easy, but being able to read the field and play the middle and see things and be a connector like what Marcelo does is extremely difficult and takes a tremendous amount of time to do. And there's so many layers to paintball. I mean, just
Yeah,
yeah.
no, straight up. I guess it's just well, y'all hit on communication, the importance of that.
Mhm.
You know, definitely getting the comms out efficiently, effectively, and
Mhm.
quickly. I guess I would say what helped y'all the most on developing the field awareness.
Mhm.
Time behind the gun.
Mhm.
Honestly, it just experience just takes time, you know, and constantly playing in tournaments against better people. I think Tyler and I were really fortunate. We both grew up, turned pro pretty young. Tyler did it about a year and a half, 2 years before I did. But from a young age, we were always playing against top level pros, and we weren't anywhere near top level pros. I mean, we probably didn't even deserve to be pro. Like people were investing in our future, you know, and understood that they wanted to grab us, you know, before somebody else did. And so just playing against better people as much as you can in a tournament setting, you know, I think that is the best way to get the experience. With experience comes field awareness. You see all the situations over and over. You have the clock. The clock is such a big part of field awareness, the clock and the score, right? And you don't get that in practice unless you are practicing with a scoreboard and you're keeping track like that. And that's such a big part because you have to completely change the way you play based on what the score is. You know, if we're down 2
Yes.
points and there's 5 minutes on the clock and we're down a couple bodies, we might want to go and attack and just try to either win the point quick or lose the point quick so that we can reset and give ourselves enough time to, you know, win 3 points if we were to lose that one, right? So
Right.
there's just so many different ways that you're going to play, and you need to see these situations firsthand. So dive in, play as many tournaments as you can against better people. You know, that's my best advice.
And then
Oh, no.
I would
That's
call
straight
out to
up.
say that just like when you make the experience enjoyable for everybody around you, people want to help you, people want to go the extra mile. And like showing that you actually care, you know, care about the people that are around you and building a solid team. We all, you know, people can see through the bullshit every time, you know? So
Facts.
just being genuine and making the experience enjoyable for your team is going to help you tremendously because people are going to want to invest in that. they're not going to want to help someone who is an a-hole, you know? So just like really care, genuinely care. And I think that alone will open so many doors and help you out tremendously on your path, no matter what you do, you know, in paintball or anything else.
You know, with all that being said, as you know, as what you just said, Tyler, just like that already incorporates into what I believe is the type of person that I am. So because you said that, I feel like that's something that I don't have to go out of my way to do, because I feel like that's the type of person that I already am.
Yeah.
And to Marcelo's point, to playing as many tournaments as I can, well, that's exactly what I've been doing, because I know I'm about to I'm about to leave and I got to refocus and, you know, get back to playing football. So I might as well get as many tournaments as I can. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to play the USXBL event down in San Antonio. But you know what? I got 3 tournaments under my name with experience with that. Been out to Paintball Fit. Missed only a handful of weekends since December, going out there just to play. Even when I travel, I still play. I was out there, I had a trip out to LA with my company, and then like I'm playing paintball with Marky on Saturday, and then going out to Oceanside on Sunday.
Dude, that's
so
amazing.
Like, so like, you know, it takes time, repetition, time behind the gun, as many tournaments as you can, something like already be doing. So the fact that y'all are telling me that it's only going to come in due time, and it's already incorporated with something that's I'm already doing. So it's just a matter of time before that builds. So it's definitely nice to know, to have that feedback from y'all, that
dude, the
based on
paintball
the information
community,
that you gave me, it's already
dude, the paintball community is blessed to have you in it, and we're honored to have you on the show. And like everything that these are hot rocks of knowledge that you're dropping, that if someone takes these kernels of knowledge and applies them into their life, it's life-changing stuff. And Lord knows you're already going to be, no matter what field you step on, you're stunting on somebody. So whether it's a paintball field or a football field, you're about to be running people down no matter what, you know?
Hey, well, you know what? Back to y'all. I appreciate what y'all have been doing. Doing these camps, podcast, having guests, you know, definitely an honor to be on here talking to y'all, giving y'all feedback about football. Y'all give me feedback about paintball. We talk about life and everything, everything in between. Like, so I appreciate what y'all do for everybody, and for everybody watching, the knowledge that y'all give to people that they might not understand or they may not know. And by y'all just saying that, if they're willing to listen, then y'all just helped out. Then y'all just helped out everybody else that's watching.
It's all love, dude. Yeah. We're feel like the luckiest kids ever. Like Marcel said, we've been doing this forever, and we've always wanted to talk about paintball and have a show. So when the world shut down, this was our way of still playing paintball.
Totally. Hey, I'm glad that y'all did it, and y'all keep on going.
Man.
You know, I'm definitely gonna keep on supporting y'all, Team love. Dynasty, the show. You know, so I appreciate what y'all are doing, and I'll definitely keep in touch, and definitely appreciate y'all what y'all doing.
Absolutely. We're gonna have to get up to Canada and watch you run some people over up there. You know what I'm saying?
Come out to Calgary. Y'all let me know when y'all want to come up, and I'll get y'all squared away.
Dude, absolutely.
Hey, sounds good. We're actually supposed to be doing a clinic in Canada. We were supposed to do it in May this year, but obviously that's not going to happen because of the pandemic. We're going to move it to next year. So if you're there, well, I think it is around Calgary, actually. Or no, Wasaga Beach Paintball Club.
Wasaga,
no, I think it's on the other side. No, it is by Calgary. Pretty sure. East Coast. Is it East Coast? Calgary's East Coast?
No, Calgary is in Alberta province, which is north of Montana and Washington. So it's closer to the West Coast than it is the East Coast. Yeah. Toronto is closer to the East Coast.
Right.
I've never been to Calgary, so we got to make a trip.
I'm thinking Ottawa. Ottawa's on the East Coast.
Yeah. All that is on the right. And then I'm going to be over here on the left.
All right.
But in a way, I'll be close. Yeah, but in a way, I'll be closer to y'all, to California.
True.
Yeah.
That'll be something. Maybe when I jump back into the league, maybe we can find a way to get y'all to an NFL game too.
Bro, let's make that happen, dude. Yeah, full support. Full support, baby. That'd be tight. And you'll be back there
for everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. For everybody tuning in, you can follow him. You're going to be playing with the Stampeders. Is that right? Calgary Stampeders?
Yep, red and black. You
Yeah.
represent.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Let's go. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
man, we wish you the best. And thank you once again for coming on the show. It has been awesome just talking about paintball and life and everything in between. And you always have a seat here. So next time when we get you back on, we'll hopefully have you, running some more people over on an NFL team and playing some big games in paintball.
Hey, sounds good, bro. Next time out in Cali, definitely be an honor to run some points with y'all. No doubt, straight up.
Anytime.
You got a
man.
place on the
100%.
field anytime. Yeah.
Hey, that's a bet. Appreciate y'all, man. Really do.
Yeah.
Awesome, brother. You too, man. Peace.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, take care, y'all.
Peace.
All right. That was a good one. What an awesome dude. My goodness. I love that this show has given us the opportunity to connect with people just like Chris. Just a very real person, you know when you can spot the real ones, and Chris is definitely a real one. So major love to him and his family, and we wish him so much luck heading up to Canada to compete in the CFL. We know he's going to be back here in the NFL before we know it, and we can't wait to run some points with him, have a good time, and get out on that paintball field and show him how it's done in our sport a little bit. But again, just major shout out to Chris and his whole family. Thank you for sparing your time and coming on the show with us. It was a great conversation. You're a fantastic human. If you guys would like, you could head over to ptgpaintball.com, become a supporter of the show. Tyler is currently doing a giveaway for one of his World Cup style practice jerseys on there for all of our supporters. You guys should check it out. It's going to be fantastic, and we're doing a bunch of other cool stuff too, so you guys can head over. Again, that's ptgpaintball.com and check it out. If you guys need a website done, you know where to go. It's Rusty Glaze at Constant Pursuit. It is springtime. This is the time where everyone's revamping their websites. I know Rusty's been very busy getting work done, and so if you guys would like to have him do your website, if you're an entrepreneur or a field owner, park, whatever it might be, he's your guy. He's really good. And again, he did the PTG site, so you guys can head over there and check it out and see if it's something you like. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon.